never light a cigar that way.
Yo, it's the Shadow Smokers Legion, fun, family, and smoke. Rockin' with Phoenix fresh rhymes, they stronger than no. About to break it off with the illest of crews, led by the man Tony Wang, making his vision come true. Now let me take you on a ride. We got love for cigars, from the east to the west, only the brightest of stars. Our screen in the scene, little guy with the shop, shadow gazing around. You know it ain't gonna stop. Cigar mechanic don't panic when he's repping his brand. Escadillo and more, smooth as sticks in the land. Hashimoto's around, jumping live in the chats. Asian orange and more, his button's famous in fact. Cigars, pipes, whiskey, coffee, and more. Turbo jetting around, Tim with the dopest of pours. What's that? Huh? One wheel and reviews? Martin in the house, sharing the latest smoke news. Need to pick me up? Get to Southeast US. Bob and Chief in the mix, you know they say ain't God bless. We got that journey, voyage, private blends for the crew. Celebrating with coins, repping that dope swag too. Now I'm about to sign off, you know it's time for that audit. Light up the group with my post, you know I'll rock it and sock it. But remember y'all, Legion it lives with a passion. From a man in the shadows, ayo, the Soy Sauce Assassin. So cut it, light it, love the smoke from your region. After all we connect, it's through the power of Legion.
I've been out here. I was the first one on.
Hey guys, Tony the Soy Sauce Assassin. Oh my god, that's loud. What? Oh my god, that was loud. That was loud. That was very loud, isn't it? Okay, so let's see. Is it gonna be that loud? Here, adjust that just a tad. Hey, I left a message in Discord said I was gonna be late. I actually was waiting for my computer to boot up. Literally, I was talking to Michael this whole time about, you know, the laptop, the computer not booting up yet. So, you know, he actually saw the booting screen. Please wait, turn and turn and turn, and just waiting. We're just waiting. So, anyways, I hope everybody had a good week. I for some reason, a lot of people having party today. Like, you know, my neighbors were doing barbecue today. Hashimoto's with the family today. I think Val's with the family today. I don't know who else. So, well, anyways, holy shit, why am I so loud? All right.
You never asked that question before.
Yeah, I can see it just past the red. It's like all the way, like, you know, all the way there. So, anyways. Flash is the coin chat. Okay, fine. There you go. Okay. So as you guys see, I already lit up a cigar, and this is the one that I had to glue up last time. So I feel like I'll just use it today because I need to test up some smoke today. All right. So I went out and finally, after all this time, got an Ikea air purifier. All right. This thing is super hard to track down because for some reason they don't have any stock. Yeah. And if I was to get this to ship from the manufacturer, it costs $60 to ship.
It's because people want to purify the COVID out of the air.
We know it doesn't happen. Anyway.
I know what they think it.
So I bought one of these units. They ran out of the more like a carbon filter. So I couldn't buy a carbon filter. I bought one online. It's supposed to be shipped now in 2 or 3 weeks. And but they have their standard filter. So let's test out today how it works. Unbox this, of course. How it works with just a standard filter. And maybe if this works just as good, you won't have to spend $300 for a rabbit air. This thing is $60. So. All right, and you can actually mount this on the wall, I think. So I'm not too sure about what's going on with this. But let's open it up and try. Let's open it up and try. But yeah, I moved my regular filter halfway around the room, so it's not gonna interfere with this one. And then we'll just see how bad this thing end up smoking up this section of the room. So. Yeah, maybe this will work good. I mean, technically, all the purifier is just a fan with filters, right? Technically, so you know you don't have to go with all that fancy sometimes, and you can probably get something good.
You know, instead of rabbit air, I think they should have called it a rabbit air.
Rabbit air. What's it again?
That rabid, rather like it's got rabies.
I don't know why they call it rabbit air. To be honest with you. So.
I don't know.
Sherry is super excited. I'm super excited. I had to book another hotel today because I realized that I will not make it to the airport if I don't stay in the airport hotel.
Oh wow.
So I book the day before I leave at 1-day hotel at the airport, so that I can be on the air on the flight 10 a.m. to Arizona. Yeah, because they're saying that it will take up to 3 hours to get in from the outside. Now, if my flight is at 10, that means I had to be there at 6. So I'm about an hour or something away without traffic to the airport. Yeah, I do not want to get my wife to drive me at 4 a.m. So I just book it a night before that. I'll hang out at the hotel. And hopefully relaxing, and then I won't have to worry about the next day. I wake up and just walk right downstairs to the airport.
You have a hotel at the airport? That's kind of cool.
Well, there's always a hotel at the airport. Every airport had a hotel. At least one. There is. There is.
All the international ones too.
Yeah. Okay, so I cannot pronounce this, so I'm just gonna call it IKEA purifier because what the hell is this Vernumtic?
Where's Maurice when we need him?
Yeah, I cannot pronounce this crap.
Vernünftig.
Huh?
Vernünftig.
Yeah, sure.
What does that mean, Jim?
I'll take your word for it.
I don't know. That's Hollandish.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what it means either.
It comes with a bunch of like a mounting thingy, so you can mount it. But I'm just gonna use the stand for now, and then if it works well, I'll mount it somewhere. Right?
I have to sweep my ash away. I've ashed on myself twice already.
So I think, yeah, like I don't know why it comes with two booklets. It's very simple. Turn it on and use it.
Because 2 booklets is like one in Swedish or whatever it is, and one's in English.
So this is how it looks like. It's not too intrusive. It's just, you can mount it on the wall. It looks like a speaker. So.
It does. Kind of looks like looks like an old school
right. It's not
mesh
too
on the
bad.
front, huh?
It was smaller than I thought. I thought it was gonna be giant, so I couldn't find it for a long time. And then I found it in like the lower part. So they have a little mash, which I choose gray because I think eventually it's gonna turn yellow. So it's gonna be yellow. They have a white one. I didn't choose the white one. That's the filter they give you, and like I said, they have one of those carbon filter, which replaces this one. So I figure I will use this one while waiting for the other one to show up and just completely abuse this. But by the time when that arrives, I'll show you guys how this fares. Either it's really nasty or, didn't do crap. So, after seeing this filter, I don't have much confidence on this. Oh, by the way, isn't that Juan's birthday?
Albert's birthday.
Albert's birthday. Ah, hey, that's what it is. I can't remember. I remember seeing the post, and I remember typing the name, and I just don't remember what it is after I came downstairs. So. But
No,
yes,
Juan
happy
had,
birthday to Albert.
Yeah, Juan had a new grandbaby yesterday.
He was like 50, right? I think that's the 50th birthday.
Okay.
It's because Albert is so forgettable. Huh?
No, that's not it. It was beyond that. Okay, so let's plug this in. The design on this is very simple and cheap, which in a way I think is a good thing because then you don't have to worry about it as much. That's their mounting guide. So if you take this thing and rip all the sides off, and it has the mounting guide, you put it on the wall and just drill holes. Why is there a straw here? I should have read the instruction, didn't I? I should have.
Because it's some weird IKEA thing that needs like 500 instructions worth of assembly.
Right? Alright, I just need to get this done and plug it in, and then we can talk about other stuff. But yeah, hopefully this will work somewhat well.
I've never been into an IKEA store or anything. Is their stuff any good?
Some stuff are good. Alright? But the thing is that I think recently their value has been lowered a lot. Like they don't have enough furniture right now. Which it's a problem that everyone knows, right? There's not we disrupt the supply chain. There's not enough things for everybody. Not a good time right now for buying anything. That's for sure. Okay, let's see. But a lot of time I buy their furniture and buy their stuff. Not that it will last a long time, but it solves the problem really quickly and relatively cheap. For example, back in the days, I have a solid wood wardrobe that's like freaking like 600-700 pounds because it's solid wood, right? And that thing costs about $7,000 to put clothes in. But you could have solved this entire problem and get a cabinet, get a wardrobe twice the size for like $300, and that weighs about 100 pounds.
That makes far more sense,
right?
Most of IKEA stuff, you think it wouldn't last long, but most of it actually, if you don't tear it, you don't actually try to tear it up, it'll last for fucking years.
They are still like one of those composite boards crap. So you can only use it reasonably. Okay, but the good part is if anything breaks, you can buy a piece and then just replace it.
Well, that's cool. most like bedroom, closet cabinets and stuff like that are made out of particle board. So,
well, that's the difference between the solid wood and particle boards, right?
Yeah, there's hardly any that are made completely out of solid wood.
No, you can definitely get solid wood furniture. You just had to go to regular furniture store.
Yeah, at a regular furniture store, I'm telling you, over here, about maybe 20% of the furniture that you're going to find is going to be solid wood all the way around.
Yeah, solid.
And wood. And about a fourth or about a third of it's going to be furniture that's particle wood sides and back, and the front's going to be wood.
Yeah, when Asians like to own full solid wood furnitures with carvings and everything on it. And as I go older and move and then buy multiple houses, I realize I don't want to do that. I can't move it anywhere. And then a lot of time when I buy solid wood furnitures, you have to wait months for them to deliver. They have to get it, manufacture it, and then send it to you. When you go to their showroom, those are not for sale. So,
well, I mean, since we don't have like closets over here in Europe, those cabinets are the closet.
Okay.
And they are made pretty damn sturdy, but with particle wood. But they're made to take apart and move to the next house when you move, And that's a pretty good thing.
Okay, just for comparison's sake, okay, I just got it plugged in. I have the microphone pointing at it, and there's 3 levels of power. I do it in level 1. It's relatively quiet. And let me blow a smoke on it to see if it even go anywhere. Okay, at level 1, it pretty much does nothing. So yeah, let's tour to number 2. Now I can hear the fan a lot more. I don't know if you guys can hear it. No? Okay. All right, at level 2, it kind of does go in a little bit. So it does go through. You can see that, like, you know, if I lift it up here, you can kind of see the smoke, right? Like that. So if I put it right here, it does go in. You can see kind of swirl back in there a little bit. So at level 2, I'm smoking that Romeo y Julieta Reserva Rio Nicaragua. Okay, so that's level 2. Let's do level 3. All right, level 3 is loud. I don't think you'll ever want to do level 3 while you're talking. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Level 3 is loud. Can you hear it? Level 3 is pretty loud. You're muted, I think. I can't hear you. So yeah, level 3, it will go in. It will get absorbed. But it's wicked loud. It's wicked loud. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. It feels like it's moving a lot of air because it has a little vent in the back. That's it. This is how much vent it has. So you're not expecting a lot of air going through, right? Just this much, right? So let's see. Oh, you're back.
Now you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
There we go. Okay.
So it has enough air going through, but only here. Only here. But you can see it's actually quite strong of air, right? And then level 3. Oh, that's off. Huh?
Do you have noise isolation software?
I
For your
have
microphone
it,
and stuff?
but I don't think it's on. That's why it's so loud. Especially when I'm
Because
talking.
I don't hear anything from that.
All right, let me tune that down. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't hear nothing from it either.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Maybe we're so far apart.
Yeah. Huh? How about that?
No.
I can hear like a light rustling.
Well,
Well, that means your setup's working well.
yeah, it means my setup is pretty well, I guess. But it's not. All right, here we go.
Yeah, not time to throw away that setup because it works pretty damn good.
But yeah, it's pretty loud to me. Like, I think that I will be bothered. It sounds like a hotel AC system at full blast.
So
Oh, wow.
basically
You know, the
threw
one
away
that's like
50
at the
bucks.
window and the bottom?
Yeah.
It sounds like that loud. But without the compressor noise. The fan noise, that's it.
So basically you wasted 60 bucks.
Oh no, I will still use it. I mean, for small room that I don't smoke in, it's fine. Right? But I think I can just use stage 2. That kind of help airflow. So I think that'll work. As you can see,
Yeah.
the smoke just moves forward and does not go this way. Let me see.
Yeah, it goes that way a little bit.
But I don't see it go towards. It's supposed to go down because this thing's low.
Yeah.
I think if you hold it, if you put it in higher location, it might work. Yeah, if it's high enough, it will absorb. I'm seeing it going in right now.
Well, okay, just stand there, sit there and hold that like that the whole time and see if it works.
Well, that's why it's meant to be mounted, right? That's why it has mounting holes. It's meant to be mounted on a higher wall.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see this work a little bit, but I wouldn't like as a supplement. I think if you already have one of those win something win
Wix.
wicks, yeah, the that unit, then you can use this as supplement to suck up some air from the top higher part of it. Because that thing sits on the ground, right? If you have mount this on the wall, it will probably do pretty good job. I don't know. Like if I mount it right here where the sign is, it probably does some work. But if not, I don't know. Either way, I wanted to buy this for a while. Now. It came out like half a year ago, and I've been looking for it ever since.
Mm-hmm. Now you found it.
But I wouldn't use it as primary. Now I have to move the fan a little bit. Because I don't think it's gonna... Actually, I don't have to move it. Turn it higher. Right. So I have a fan that blows, move the air on the top a little bit. That way, it won't go crazy. Anyways, why am I so loud today? Alright. I think I wanted to edit that noise gate thingy. Oh yeah, because I turned off the EQ. Oh yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Let's do a compressor. Compress. Where are you? Right here. That way I can limit it, right? I think. Stand alone, open. Okay, so if I limit this like that, like this, test. No, loud, test. Not good enough. I think this way was good enough. All right, so that way it won't go over too much. Jeez, such a complicated, stupid thing. I shouldn't even call it a stupid thing because that's how it works. Okay, close. Anyway, so let's talk about. Well, let's first get the important stuff get away, right? So, we already have pretty much everything for the swipe pack here, and pretty much everybody pay except like 4 people.
Am I one of those 4 people? I think I forgot.
You are, but that's okay. Not like I'll figure, the next cigar comes out, I need to buy it, I just tell you. Not in a rush. So, few people had a, obviously life emergency. So, life comes in and basically said, hey, you need to spend money, sir. And then go, yes. So, those will be on the way. Michael saw them. He said none of them brick, and they look great. And the monster's gotta be very happy to see what else they gotta get. And few other little games will allow them to also get the stuff. Right? So we have those coming up. I just had to ship the box packaging, the coins, the patch, the stickers, the magnets, the pins, I don't know. I just keep adding stuff. Every time I see something I can order, I just keep ordering them.
So you're gonna spend like $50 in shipping to get everything here.
I'm just gonna do a flat rate and just send it over. Just pack them like Tetris. Just go at it, So I'm gonna do that. All right. So that's part of that. Look forward to the event. I'm like super excited in the event. I am super excited. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna have some fun. I'm gonna buy some cigars. In fact, it's really funny because I saw the Cigars Daily video lately. They were talking about those tiny, like smaller size cigars, and I was like, you know what? I could buy a bunch of those. I'm gonna buy a bunch of those as the chaser cigar. I always finish like 1.5 hour in and having something to smoke. I haven't been buying those tiny cigars because I used to smoke the Liga number 9 and T52 tiny ones, right, and some Davidoff. But since I was smoking those Davidoff, I didn't really go buy those small Davidoffs anymore. But they have many different kind of small ones, so I'm gonna buy those and try them. And one thing though, I don't know what happened is those patrimonials. It's like almost August.
We all have the same question.
Yeah, I'm seriously, Michael. If I'm gonna get it by, let's say if you receive it like August 20th, just keep it there. I'll just go over there and grab it.
All right.
It's got to a point where I got one my. James, though, I did see some pushback from the EU and Germany about the travel ban. I feel like the US is gonna cave in and just say we gotta let everybody in.
Yeah, that's the question.
I mean, there's like some sort of engineer firm from Germany actually sent a letter to the embassy as well. Like they were pushing it, so it looks like it's gotta be good. It's gotta be okay.
Yeah, time's running out.
Well, at least you know that you won't need a visa. Some places in EU needs a visa. You just coming over and get an instant travel.
Well, my S is already approved. That's not a problem.
Your Y is already approved?
My ESTA application's already approved.
What is that?
ESTA
Oh,
application.
so yeah, so that's good.
It's already approved. They just have to
Wait, what's the
Travel
problem?
ban.
If you already approve, technically you can travel even if they have a ban.
No, you can't. It's that everybody that comes over it's a replacement for the visas, basically what it is.
Yeah, but you had a
ESTA.
visa. The problem right now is US is not
No.
issuing any visa.
No, it's not the same thing.
I thought that was the problem, but like I
No, there's not the same thing. The one doesn't have anything to do with the other.
Anyways, so that's a pretty good news. You still have like month and 10 days for them to say, hey, we're opening up, and I feel like they gotta cave in and just open it up. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Question is when they decide to say, okay, effective this day.
But guess what I found?
Yeah. That's got something in it.
Oh yeah, I checked it. I checked.
No, it's probably empty too.
I checked.
Yeah, okay.
This is the box that has been missing.
Yeah.
Blame my wife. She's found it a long time ago, and she just don't remember where she found it. But.
So now we know that, somebody didn't smoke the pipe tobacco that was in the one you sent me.
I don't know. I might have sent one that has some, and somebody smoked it, and then that's just my extra one.
You didn't have an extra one. You said you didn't have an extra one when you made them.
No, because I thought I had one for myself, and I don't even know what that is. So.
Nope.
Anyways, that's a good news.
There would have been some kind of tobacco rest in there if.
And
that would have been the case.
well, it's definitely that in there, so I wouldn't put a label on it if it was.
At least there would be a smell in there.
Okay, so that's that. Number 2, there is bad news for 2 people. And I don't know which 2. Okay, so the membership card has been sent out. Out of 100 order, they say 2 didn't pass the inspection and got scrapped. So they're sending me 98 of them. Okay, but it didn't tell me which 2. So 2 people might have to wait much longer for their membership card.
Probably OG 69.
Just saying, like when they doing the printing process, something screwed up, and there was 2 cards that was bad. All right, so they sent it out, which is really weird because they sent 96 on one package and 2 on the other package. And it's missing 2. I said, what the hell happened to 2? And they sent me an email about that. So.
Yep. Miss Sherry Freeman with the middle finger in her crown.
I don't see it that way. You have to look for it to see it that way.
Everybody that in my family that looked at that said, Yeah, that's definitely a middle finger.
But that's everybody on your side. That's different. Like, you know, the Irvins are just different. Okay.
Apparently, everybody that saw everybody that saw the thing posted saw the middle finger as well.
When we look at it, when I show it to you guys, the final product, none of you guys say anything. So
James has too much time on his hands.
exactly, I wouldn't have like zoomed in just to look at them. But it suits Sherry even better. She had a crown that fingers everyone. Literally, just gives a finger to everyone.
Well,
That's-
you know what I'm in the process of doing, so you know why I zoomed in on it.
Still, I think that's too much zoom in. Like,
Yeah.
you know. So I mean that, nah, yeah. But yeah, like I say, it fits Sherry very well. She wears a crown that literally gives the bird to everyone. Right? That's how a queen's supposed to be. That's fine. That's very nice. So that's that. What else is going on in terms of? All right, okay. Should I do a count right now on those things? I should do a count right now on that. On the logo, see which one has more. I forgot to count. So now I'm gonna count it now. Just find out which one is gonna go through the next digital processing. Cause I asked the designer to kind of edit it for me, and the designer's like, just I don't know, just fix it yourself. Here's a file, and I'll have to find someone. Yeah. Designer don't like me. I'm telling you. That's
Yeah, you
standard
better
protocol.
start looking for the middle fingers in it.
Yeah, I should, right? Oh god. All right, so I'm gonna look for. Hey, those peanut looks nice. Scrolling down. Sherry, like, really go at it. She bought a lot of cigar lately.
Yeah,
It's like one package after another. She's at it.
she smokes a lot lately too. So.
Yeah. All right, so we have 1C, 1B, 2C, 2B, 1D, 3, 4, 5, 6 C's, 2, 3, 4 D's, 7 C's, 8 C's, 5, 6 D's. So C is the final choice, I guess. We got more C's than anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So C1.
C1, and we're just having
C1 what?
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
the final choice of which font size is what we want. So I'll save it. I'll show it to you guys which one won. Okay.
What do we want to see one of?
Okay, here we go. This is C. So that's the one that everybody thought the size of the font was good. What do you guys think? Good?
The size of the font was good, but it's too close to the bridge. That's the problem.
I didn't think it was too close to the bridge because the other ones is right at the bridge. And
The one that was a little farther down from the bridge was better, but
the one that's further down to the bridge, it was better.
D, yeah.
Yeah, but we have more C's than D though.
I know we do.
So we gotta go with
I can still voice my opinion, right?
Yeah, sure. I'm just telling you. Yeah.
We've already established that everybody else has no taste, okay?
Oh, hey.
In my opinion.
See, Sherry got a gift card from being healthy, and she bought more things that make her even healthier. Great. So yeah, this is the one that we gotta go with. I do need to get to another person to kind of fix that few more items a little bit. But yeah, this one will continue. The other one is finalized. I'm not gonna change any more stuff on it. I already got the guy to send me the finalized picture, finalized file, and all that stuff. And that's that. That's gotta sit like that. And the difference is that I'm not gonna make something out of it immediately because I don't know what to make out of it. Right, and we already have so many things going on this year. I just feel like this will probably be the project for next year. Okay, so that's why I'm not really rushing these because I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what to do with it right now. I don't know what to do with that right now. So, if it's anything for the TAO, it's probably gonna be next year, and it'll probably be after the anniversary and all that and stuff like that, you know. And then we'll make something out of it. I don't know. I don't know. Like I really want to find a company that will make a orange colored coin.
That would be cool.
Right, and that actually closer to that, the rose gold color. But it's not the same. I don't know.
Has Sherry been drinking? Her comment looks like she's been drinking.
You know, this is one of those things you ignore. So yeah, this is the logo.
Why do we ignore something like that? That's
because you'll go down to a really, really, really deep rabbit hole. You know. Exactly, that's what I mean.
Like we don't ever do that, right?
Michael just died hearing about the rabbit hole with the D going really deep.
Exactly.
Yeah, Sherry. He's like, who, me?
See, we're not even halfway through the show, man. My cigar's like already gone.
Yeah, because we were smoking before that, so.
It's okay.
Right?
Well, you
can always
light
let
up a
up.
new one.
Yeah, I always let up
Let's
another
light
one.
up a new one.
Yeah, I will.
Did you smoke the new 601 Black yet? Is it any different? It's the same, right?
Same.
Just different Vitola?
No, it's San Vitola.
Oh, same Vitola?
Yeah, because that was actually supposed to be the release for this year, but they were giving them out early for their Lazona Palooza. They did virtually, and they didn't sell all of them, so that's why I got them. And so now this is the Vitola for 2021. Next year will be a different Vitola.
Yeah, I debated what I'm going to get, but it's Toro, and I really don't want to smoke that cigar anymore. So, that's why.
But it's so good.
It is, and the box looks great.
It does.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
Like, I knew I'm not going to smoke it. So.
It's a cool box. And the Warhead 7 box is cool also.
I haven't seen the Warhead 7 box yet.
It's blue. It's really cool. I should be getting those next month.
Oh, you haven't posted them yet?
No, they haven't come in yet. They're not shipping them until next month.
Warhead 7 cigar.
That's what's the Vitola on that?
That's a 7 by.
Yeah, it's a Churchill, I think.
50.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Churchill. I think it's 7 by 50 or 48, something like that.
Oh wow, that's different. That is very blue.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right, let me just do this for everybody, so you know you guys don't have to look for it. I'll find it for you guys. Come on.
It looks so cool.
What? What? Why the hell?
Well, we don't know, Tony, because we can't see what your screen is.
What?
It's stuck.
Oh, that's what she said.
Okay. It's literally stuck. Like, I don't know why it's... Alright, fine,
Throw-
get away.
Throw some water on it, Tony.
Yeah, why? Why?
That usually gets things unstuck.
Oh, here we go. Alright, here we go. Save. I don't know why. Why you gotta do that to me? Huh? Why you gotta do that to me? Alright, Warhead 7 box. Ooh. Looks like that. That Vitola is gigantic as well.
Yep.
That definitely is bigger than before, right? Let's see.
Yeah, it is a Churchill.
He's ginormous, yeah.
It's same blend, but in a different Vitola. So it's Churchill this time.
So the previous one, I think it looks like this one. This is the previous one, right? Is it? I might
No,
be wrong.
that is the
No,
wick.
that's the wick.
Yeah. No, it was a 5x58 figurado.
Yep.
I can probably find it from here.
I think the 6 was the coolest form of all of them.
Wait, so this one was the one from before. This one is right. This one, right?
Yeah.
So this one is 6.5 by 54.
That is the 5.
Huh?
I think that's the Warhead 5.
The 6, yeah.
No, this is 6 on it. No,
Yeah,
actually, no.
six
This
is
is 6.5 by 54. Never
Yeah.
mind. See, I asked
6
you if
is
it's
a
just right. It
figurado.
says no.
No, 6 is a figurado.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It wasn't in that sampler pack because the 6 was already out.
And I asked you if I could probably find it in this one. You said yes.
Oh, I didn't know that's what you were asking.
All right, continue. My
James
search.
has some somewhere. I don't have any more of them.
I have one.
I sold
Somewhere.
every single one.
This one?
There you go. Yeah, that one. That's the 6.
Jeez. Yeah, this was before that. So it's like this is like the half size.
Yeah.
Of this current
Well,
one.
except it's a 58, so it's a lot thicker because it's a figurado.
So yeah. There you go. As you can see, it's too strong for me to smoke, so I don't really smoke.
Every once in a while, they're great.
Yeah, like when I get really pissed off, I smoke.
That's right. Well, happy birthday! there,
Happy
Sam.
birthday!
Hey, what's up, man?
Happy birthday, brother. Already again.
How y'all doing?
All right.
Not too bad.
Gotta say it right, brother.
What?
Because I already said happy birthday to him live once today, so we already chatted.
I'm sure.
This is my buddy Charles, man.
Hi, Charles.
Went to high school with him.
You went to
Hey,
high school
Charles.
with them? Why did he look
Yeah.
hell a lot younger than you?
Believe it or not, I'm 51 and Albert's 50.
Did you eat too much Chinese food, like I did?
How'd you know?
The
I ate
5,000
too
year
much.
Chinese secret.
I ate too much Greek food today. So.
Ancient Chinese secrets.
Yeah.
Tony,
Well, to
are
us,
you
it's like
drinking-
yesterday,
are you
so I don't know.
Are you drinking boba tea, Tony?
Yes. Actually, it's not boba tea. This is actually literally caramel with milk.
Oh my god,
This whole entire thing is caramel with milk.
that sounds like diabetes in a cup.
It is. I can feel it. Like I literally felt like I went through in and out of diabetes. Right? If insulin was a bunny, it's humping really hard. Right.
Rabbit air, huh?
Yeah, Sherry mentioned it's also James Wilcox's birthday, and to be honest, I didn't respond to that because I don't know what to say about it. Like, obviously, I can't say happy birthday because I still miss the guy. So
I thought his was 2 days ago.
I don't know what his exact birthday was.
I thought it
So
was 2 days. I thought it was 2 days ago.
yeah, I'm still.
We were real close on it, so
I'm still thinking about the guy. Yeah.
yeah. It's a hard one.
Yeah, definitely diabetes. Yeah. But yeah, I was drinking this. I was talking about my diabetes today, and I was like, oh yeah. Now what happens? Like if you get to, how, you can't. Technically, there's no reversing diabetes, right? But can you go beyond diabetes? What's beyond diabetes?
Dead.
I was say you die.
Right? There's certain disease that once you go beyond certain point, it's no longer a problem.
No,
Well,
it's
yeah. If you
never.
go beyond diabetes, you're gonna die, and it won't be a
Yeah,
problem.
and that's when it's not a problem. Yeah, diabetes is like high blood pressure. Once you've got it, you've got it. You don't get rid of it.
Yeah. So like once you
control
go
it.
beyond that, you're like,
You control it, but you can't control it, but that's all you can do.
Herpes is something.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Once
So,
you
like-
have herpes, you have it forever.
Well, actually,
Like
every human being has a herpes virus in them. So technically, everybody has one. That's why you couldn't get rid of it, because you have it in you anyway. You just activate it or not activate it. But yeah, it sucks to
Yeah.
have it. So.
Just think if
Okay.
Fauci was around when herpes came out, then just imagine what our world would be like now.
Yeah, you got that shit forever, like luggage, you know.
Hey, according to a lot of pharmaceuticals, herpes and cancers will soon have a treatment. Which I don't think they will release it anyway. They were like, after all those tests, even though it's successful, we're not gonna release it.
Why
Because that
would
makes
they?
no money.
The treatment makes a lot more money than the cure does.
Yeah. And they will just give you the treatment. So that will probably just go to submission and will come back if you do that kind of stuff. No, there was like, you need to have it, like the COVID shots. You had to constant come back for the booster shot, or you'll lose ability, you'll come back. Maybe something like that. That's a constant money maker. Anyways, did anybody watch Olympic yesterday besides me and Michael? Congratulations, you just saved yourself 3 hours.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing.
It's by far the worst opening I've ever seen, and I've been here for centuries, and I've seen all, and that's been the worst I've ever seen.
I think the whole Olympics is going to be the worst that anybody's ever seen. So
U.S.
save
didn't even
yourself
have a goal
trouble.
the first day for decades. We
Save
always had goal the first day.
and listen to the news who won what, and that'll be it.
I feel bad for them. I feel them. Like, I was talking to my wife yesterday. I was like, I feel like those athletes this time going to Japan for the medal, they are like gladiators. And she's like, what do you mean by that? I was like, they were jailed in cages until they are out there to entertain you with their sportsmanship.
But those beds are actually pretty damn sturdy, so they could have sex on them.
They can't. People are not allowed to move around. People are not allowed to go out. They can't even leave the building unless they have.
Yeah, but they're not prevented from having sex. I mean, that's not a rule.
Well, see, their coaches are supposed to keep eye on them.
Yeah, but you can't jump up and down on those beds and they
But
don't
the
break.
coach wouldn't even risk them. Though. There's like, if you go out there and you catch COVID, that's it. You can't go to the game. So like,
So James, that's your idea of having sex is jumping up and down on the bed?
No. I'm just saying that they prove that the bed is can support two people.
Okay.
Well, you had to support some Sumo wrestlers. No. Anyways, so I was talking about to Michael earlier today that the China company that had the right to air the Olympic. The company's name's Tencent. They actually make a lot of video games, and they were airing the walk, right, the march of all the Olympians, and they purposely cut out the screen when Chinese Taipei walked by. But I don't know how they did it, but they timed it wrong, and they also missed China walking by. And I think there's another country, Sweden. No, not Sweden. South Korea. South Korea aired each country with a picture of what is most related to their country, like what defines their country, picture on the side instead of the flag. And they had to apologize today because they put, very insensitive picture. Like for example, for Italy, they put pizza.
And for China, they put COVID-19.
No, and I think for was it for Syria or something like that? They put Chernobyl.
Oh my goodness.
For Austria, they put those little Vienna sausages.
They had to apologize today because they put all this weird stuff. For Korea, they put BTS. Which I think totally makes sense because BTS makes 6% of entire Korea's GDP. So yeah, it kind of defines them now. But I think what else did they use that was retarded? I actually talked to my wife about it. Let's see if I can still find it. It was on Twitter, so let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, I don't do Twitter.
Let's see. Give me a second. I know there is. I know. I just had to type in Korea apology, right? Korea apologize. Let's see. Here we go.
We all know since the election, Twitter is not as interesting as it was before.
Well, okay. I found the post. I just had to find the picture. Oh, Ukraine. They put Chernobyl. Sushi for Japan. Salmon. They put salmon for Norway.
Mm-hmm.
And not only they put that, for some reason they decided to also disclose that country's GDP and how many people are vaccinated in their country. It's like, what the hell? You got nothing else to put? And then for one of the country, I can't remember which one, they also put like the picture of their riot that actually also killed their president. So they just didn't do research. They just searched for that country's name and they just take the first picture they can find.
What?
It's a Flacco.
I have not smoked one of those.
Well, this is my last one, and
we need to get like you know like Lewis to bring some of those to the event.
I can't say anything right now.
He replied to my message.
I saw that.
So they had to apologize, and that's kind of dumb. It is kind of dumb. But and also the person who hold the torch to light the thing was the person that complained about sportsmanship and stress of being like interviewed. And she was talking about she don't want to go to Olympic because so much. She's the type of person that if she loses, she does not want to do any interview.
Wow.
Alright, if she wins, she'll be happy to do the interview. But if she loses, she doesn't want to do interview. She thinks that's bullying. That is stressful. That's give her mental issues. She needs time away because she had to talk about her losing.
That sounds like bad sportsmanship.
I think so too. Cause like, what's that? What's her name? Whatever, William, the female tennis player. She said the same thing. I was like, dude, winning and losing is part of the sport. So if you cannot embrace you losing, you have some issues. You're not embracing the sportsmanship. Because, you know.
Well, and then
I thought everybody wins. Isn't that the way it is now?
Well, somebody's gonna lose. That's the only way you're ever gonna get better.
I thought everybody wins.
I'm gonna celebrate Albert's birthday with a pledge.
Oh, here we go.
I was going on this Cuevas kick with a nice limited edition Cuevas. There you go. I was going on
What?
Hmm? What?
What? Good cigar.
So like I was talking about, like you would think that because sports people, they make money from the fan, from representation, from the fans supporting them, buying the product that they represent and stuff like that, right? So if you lose, you kind of entitled to tell, you know, the fans are entitled to know, you know, what do you think, or why do you think you lose and stuff like that, right? All that stuff. But she said that, like, having her talking about her lose the game or whatever the sports that she's doing is mentally unhealthy and should not be done and all that stuff. And that she was gonna withdraw from you know, the Olympic again and all that stuff because she think that the news was bullying her by doing the interview asking her why she lose. Yeah.
That's a definition of a sore loser.
Right? Embrace it, and then you learn something, right? You learn something that the other team was better, what the other person was better, and then you learn something from that. You get better next time, right? I always think that if somebody lost something and then come back the next year and win it, that just shows how good it is, right? Like you worked harder than last year and then you won.
See, that's why I was watching the skateboarding before this show, okay? And it's the first time it's ever been at the Olympics. It's kind of cool. I mean, they're all representing different countries and stuff, but you had some of the guys that have been like skating longer. He was talking to one of the other guys, like, yeah, you know, you need to hit it at this and blah blah blah, and they're still helping each other out even though they're competing.
Right? And that's how it
I think
is.
that's great. Yeah.
I mean, it's for fun, right? Who wins? Okay, sure, right? There's always gotta be a winner, but that doesn't mean that you don't have the skill, right? Just like two boxing match, yeah, like boxing match or MMA and stuff like that. When you go into the ring, it does not mean one is better than the other, you know, because they will win or lose. Nobody wins forever.
Hold on. I remember watching. I don't know how long back it was. It might have been 8 years. There was some kind of rowboat competition.
They still have the boat rolling.
Yeah, and there was a team who like really sucked at it. I mean, they were like way back, but they kept going until the very end, and everybody started cheering for them.
Yeah.
That's not a win-lose situation. They sucked at it. They just happened to have a team.
Like
That's perseverance, man.
I don't know if you guys remember a few years back.
It wasn't a matter of like hundredth of a second. It was like hundreds of seconds.
But they finished, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they finished. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember a long time ago, a while back, at least maybe 2 Olympic ago or 3 Olympic ago. Vietnam or some like Asian country decided to do like those like figure diving thingy.
Yeah.
Synchronized dive. And they're so bad they literally didn't dive. They literally just jumped down and then hit flat into the water.
Oh wow.
They got zeros. Okay?
Yeah, we don't even see them, right? We don't see them.
Right?
And then Cool Runnings, that was the
Jamaican bobsled.
Jamaican bobsled, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta lose. No one wins forever. Everybody start off losing, right? No one's that good at it. So, you know, being able to learn something for you losing, it's not really in bowling. I think this is a good learning experience, you know? Like China can have, you know, a bunch of people go to gymnastic and then, you know, they go there and then they win something. They learn from that and they go, you know what, next time maybe we shouldn't put 10 euros to do gymnastics. Let's put
Damn,
11
you
euros.
beat me to it. That's what I was going to say.
Let's put 11 euros instead, you know? And then they did. This time they put some people that looks slightly older by a year.
That's my mom was like texting me the whole time when that was going. She's like, "Are you watching this?" I was like, "Yeah, watch this." They're like 10 years old. What the hell?
I will say though, the Jamaican bobsled team probably would have done better if they not had John Candy, who was being the coach. I'm just saying. Because
So,
wasn't that? I mean, who cares? He's from Canada. Just saying,
and Olympic, you knew this Olympic was it was doomed to start with, right? You know, like couple days before the opening ceremony, 2 people got fired.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The creative composer of the opening, the creative director of the opening. One got fired, one resigned.
One got fired because he had made back 20 years ago. He had made jokes about
Nazis.
Nazis.
No, that's the one that resigned. The one that got fired is because people found evidence of child abuse. Japan had to apologize for always didn't vet them. Like you probably did, but something like 20 years ago, you probably wouldn't want to check it. You know, you knew it was doomed. Everything that they choose, starting with the logo was I think the original logo was copying another logo, the Paralympic logo or something like that. They were just copying another logo, so they had to change the logo. Okay, so like you knew it was bad planning to start with, and everything was bad, and like yeah, someone's gotta win, someone's gotta lose. And in Japan, it's customary for anybody who loses to apologize to their fan if they lost. They thank them for their support and they apologize for losing, and that's normal. and it's appreciated. That means that they have thought through. They work hard. It's like, I apologize for you guys supported us that hard, but we lost. I'm sorry. We'll try harder next time.
The Cleveland Browns did that for a long time, man. They did apologize to their fans.
So,
That happened for real.
right? So trying hard is one thing. Like you're a sports person. You have some sportsmanship. Don't be like an idiot.
Dignity, right?
Yeah.
Well, then I think, and it's an accomplishment to have made it to the Olympics to begin with.
It's true. It's true. Except this time they have one more year to prep it.
Yeah.
I just didn't like it. I'm watching TV and every logo, everything they show is still Tokyo 2020. My wife's like, yeah, it's still called Tokyo 2020. Or somebody couldn't do math. It's Tokyo 2020 plus one.
I don't know if it sometimes it's really an accomplishment to get into an Olympic team, because some people get into teams got no talent whatsoever.
Well, it's still accomplishment. Best of the worst is still accomplishment.
Y'all remember Eddie the Eagle?
It's an Olympic ring.
Remember Eddie the Eagle that got into the English ski jumping contest? And he was like, the best they had.
And I can tell you the only few things that I watch in the Olympics are usually like gymnastic, figure skating, synchronized diving, 400-meter relays, that kind of stuff. Like I don't watch anything else really.
I watched the swim.
Oh, I watch swim too. Yeah, because you watch the diving, you watch the swim.
I watch swimming. Yeah, I watch swimming and archery and soccer sometimes.
Soccer was like they started soccer before the opening. Soccer.
Yeah,
was
I was watching the American women. They beat,
women's team
New
got
Zealand.
their butt spanked on that first game.
Yeah, they did.
You
Also-
just ate them alive.
I watch beach volleyball for sure. Women's
I don't.
beach volleyball.
I don't watch beach volleyball. I don't think that should be in the Olympics. That's just my personal opinion.
I will watch it if it's on TV. Like while I'm watching TV, if it's on it, I will watch it. If not, I
No,
wouldn't.
women's beach volleyball. Yeah.
Michael just likes them bikini bottoms.
No, I don't like beach volleyball. That's something to be fun. It's not something to like. It's not competitive.
Well, every
sport,
sport
in my
has
opinion.
something to be fun. To be honest, right?
I know.
Basketball is
Fun.
fun. It's something to be fun.
That's a hard sport, dude.
It is.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying I
I
don't
don't
think.
think 3-on-3 basketball should be an Olympic sport.
My
don't
wife
get that either.
My wife asked, why is NASCAR not in the Olympic?
Oh my god.
Well, because those cars cost about $1 million each.
Every
And that's
country
not
has
gonna
plenty
happen.
of money to do that.
That's
It's more
not
about
going to
the
happen.
car. I think it's more about the car than anything.
No, I was like, what kind of sport are you doing in the car?
Exactly. No, it's hard. Don't get me wrong. It's hard, and it is a longevity thing. It's really difficult because it's hot and all that stuff, and they do get tired. But that'd be so bad.
But you can have a good driver.
Formula One in the Olympics. That would be more.
But they have those sleds. They have those things that require a vehicle. But why not cars? That's what my wife asked.
Yeah, because you can have a good driver but a crappy car and lose.
Well, if you make it so it's standardized, you can only drive a specific kind of car. Just
If
like
you don't-
right now, like there is
There's no way to do that.
there is a rule to what kind of car you drive, what kind of equipment you can have, and all that stuff, right? So same
Yeah.
idea.
Well, but that's the thing. I mean, and NASCAR is kind of designed that way, right? Where they have such tolerances that you would think it's kind of a standardized car.
I wouldn't
Even
call that
then, there's
tolerance.
advantages.
It's not tolerance. The human has tolerance, but the car doesn't. The car was designed so that easily swap apart. They're not.
NASCAR cars are a little more complicated than you think.
Yeah. Well, but then, what I mean was that they were not designed.
NASCARs were totally designed for racing.
No. That's not what I mean. That's not what I mean.
They start off with a stock car, and certain drivers are going to drive one particular car
That's
brand
not
better
what I
than
mean.
another one.
That's not what I mean.
That's what you mean,
Anyway.
Formula One, right?
Um,
Yeah. That's what
those cars are designed around the driver.
Right. But that's not what I mean. I mean, in terms of the endurance, it's actually the people, right? It's designed to outlast, obviously last like 200 laps, obviously 400 laps, but it was designed around, you know, easy to swap the tires, easy to refuel and stuff like that. So it was, you know, the in the end, it's the driver, not the car. Oh yeah,
So
I mean,
monster trucks.
It's still the car in a lot of cases.
so in that perspective, if the car is designed around the person who's driving it, and a lot of things is at the person's operating it, why not being an Olympic sport? But they introduce one or two sports every Olympic, so you know, you never know. You never know.
You know what? You can tell your wife the closest thing is cycling, because that's a lot more factor on the person.
I feel so bad about cycling because every time one person trips, all of them trips.
Dude, and I love watching cycling because I love cycling. So like, I think it's I think
What
it's awesome.
what about monster trucks? That would be cool because we need to get some new themes. We need a diverse theme.
But like monster truck, what are you competing? Who wrecks more cars?
They have like jumps and they have to race a certain track.
So you gotta start like, you know, at like difficulty points and then the execution points. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't watch cycling anymore because it's just I see too many Germans, you know, 50, 60-year-old Germans with all their little bicycle suit, you know, all strapped up and shit.
Oh,
Right?
gosh.
$7,000 bicycles around on the street.
What's wrong with that?
I'm kind of happy that they put
just looks-
skateboard in there though.
All right, take some pictures next time, James. So we can know.
Once you get to a certain age, it just don't look good.
I guess at 34, it's okay.
Because I wonder for a long time why skateboard wasn't in the sport, because we have snowboarding and they're technically
Yeah,
the same
you're right.
sport.
I agree with that.
So because they, you know, in bicycling and all that stuff, they have those, but not skateboarding. Because skateboarding has this stigma because all the kids like to do it in the park. It feel like destruction of, you know, properties and stuff like that. But it's still a sport. It's very hard.
And of course, Tony Hawk's there, and he's super instrumental in all that stuff.
Did he join? Was he there?
No, yeah, he's at. I mean, he's not competing, but yeah, he's there.
He should have
I thought it was
competed.
kind of cool.
Or as
Well,
exhibition, you know, as an exhibition.
Well, I guess he was sneaking into the parks, the two parks that they have set up, because one's like you know, where it's like got the half pipes and everything, and one's a street park. He was in there skating, and they caught him and kicked him out a couple times, and he was like recording some of the kids like doing this stuff, and they kicked him out because you're not supposed to be recording.
You know, it would be very exciting to see him. You know, that guy just doesn't look like he'll ever get old too. He looks like young. He dressed young.
Yeah, he's 52.
And he looks really young.
Yeah.
Too much Chinese food, I'm telling you.
I don't know what it is.
He had my dinner yesterday.
They smack each other.
That's one thing where they smack each other would be cool to watch in this Olympic sport. Oh, you know, one of those things that people that they do smacking and just to see where
Slap contest.
Yeah, have you seen those? Those
Yes.
Those things are crazy. I'm surprised their face didn't just cave in from those smack. Those are hard. Like they can break a watermelon with that smack.
They're brutal.
Yeah, I watch those every time when somebody smacked and then you see the guys go, they had to get up. Okay, one more. You know.
Yeah, well, that's what I do. I always
Hold your
go first.
hands.
When I play that, I always go first, and then I tell them they win.
Let me go first next time.
And I win.
Your friend just realized what the problem was. Why he always. Oh God, that's horrible. That is horrible. Yeah, I mean, I always get excited to watch Olympic sport because, you know, something like my wife and I get to watch it together, and then she gets excited here and there. It's one thing that she and I can have a somewhat educated conversation, because our conversations are very dumb. You guys know that. It's very, very dumb, and that kind of show gives us some sort of educated conversation. So we like to watch it, but this time, like, literally, it was driving us to sleep. We were like falling asleep. Okay, I was watching the walk, and I heard those video game music, and when like Final Fantasy and all that stuff cheery going in, it's fine. And then somehow Nier Automata's music come up, I was like, do they even understand the thing of Nier Automata? Everyone died. You put that theme in Olympic, and I feel like they made the opening very, very sad. They made it evolve around COVID-19 instead of the. So it was not entertaining. I would like following it. Like I was like, oh, do you want to watch other sport that's playing right now? She's like, nah, I'm tired. I don't want to watch that anymore. And today we literally didn't want to watch any. So that's pretty bad. But I heard the next one is gonna be LA, right, or something like that. What's the next one or the next one? Oh, actually, no. Next one is gonna be Paris, and the next one is gonna be LA.
The 2032 is going to be Brisbane.
I thought
Yeah,
it
we'll
was
be
just gonna
probably
be LA.
up to COVID.W then, man.
That was in the news like 2 days ago. Brisbane won 2032 Olympics.
Okay. So
That's
yeah,
pretty good, right? He caught it. Michael caught it.
why? What's funny about it?
See, right now it's COVID.D. COVID-19.D. So we'll be up to COVID.W before you know.
Oh,
By then.
really? At this point, I just feel like you always gotta get a different variant, just like the flu. So there's no point to, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like people need to stop worrying about it. All right, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Let it happen. At
Yeah,
this
they
point,
need to
you already
keep
went through a
people
whole year of that.
vaccinated.
The destruction of every other person is way more than. I'm not saying that it's not important that people died, but the truth is that people die, and you know, treat that as a separate issue compared to everybody who's living normal, because you're making everybody else at the same time live not normally. Like, you know, you're potentially making James cannot come to the U.S. That's a big problem for me. That's a big problem for me.
Yep.
Biden, I know you're not gonna watch this, but seriously, come on, let's go.
It's just
Come
not.
on.
It's not just Biden, because
Come on, man.
I risk the chance, even though I've been vaccinated, that if I come to the States and end up catching this shit and testing positive to get on the plane to come back,
No, but then you
I won't
just
be
quarantine.
sick.
That's
I
fine.
won't
You're
be
fine.
sick. Yeah, but that's a problem for me because it cost me 2 weeks of work.
Don't they give you like a sick leave or something like that for COVID? No.
No, they would just quarantine me, and I would not get paid for 2 weeks.
But that's if you get to fly back though. If you catch it here, the bigger
I can
problem is
fly
that
back.
everybody else
No,
here
the
will
problem
catch it
isn't-
too.
The problem isn't flying back. Well, it is flying back. If I would test positive, even though I've been vaccinated, then they could make me quarantine for 10 days before.
You know that
Let me on
other
the plane.
sport where they smack each other? They would do that to him.
Yeah,
Smack him.
it's
When-
just crazy. It's just crazy. People, get the damn vaccine.
So what's
The
after
right thing to
Delta?
do.
What's what?
The right thing to do. Get it.
What's after Delta?
Epsilon.
Epsilon?
No one's gonna be able to pronounce that. They gotta say type E.
That's what I'm getting, right? Because that's probably where it's going to die off is people get tired of trying to figure out what it is, so they'll just.
Yeah, it's like Android system. They used to call it at dessert every single time, and now they don't even bother.
Yeah.
Right?
What's the last one they did? Oreo or something?
I think so. Oreo and then P, right? It started from P, they changed it.
Yeah. Do you remember? Yeah, for that. You remember that?
Yeah, they got to a point where nobody cared. So,
Mhm.
and we're talking today. We're talking about China flooding. Have you guys seen that news? China flooding. China flood so bad the entire tunnel, like the underground tunnel, is flooded. And
Wow.
And then there was a video of people in the subway system seeing the water coming up, and they just recorded.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
My
And-
backyard was flooded all the way up to
And
my
guess what? China
back door.
reported 50 people died.
Mhm.
Wow.
And I was like, there's got to be more than 50 people in that one bus. Because they
Yeah.
drag out a bus that's all covered up, so you can't see what's inside. And they reported 50 people died. I was like,
What?
what they got? I was like, this is not accurate. And I had to talk to my mother-in-law about this. I was like, don't trust that news. I know you're from China and everything. Don't trust that news because they will tell you that 50 people died, 999 people went missing.
Yeah, there was also a lot of Chinese that died in the subway when it got flooded.
Exactly. So it could not be 50. You know what I'm saying? Because just that one video, I already see like 20 something people in there, and they didn't make it out. Right? So I said, that's how China do it. They do 50 people and 999 people missing. And she's like, no, they haven't reported anybody missing. I was like, they will when somebody asks, where's my son?
I mean, they got over 1 billion people. I mean,
it's funny because my wife is like, they said it's 3 million people involved and was the victim of it. And my mother is like, 3 million? We have that many people in that one town? Turns out, you know, Chinese use different number. So we our numbers are not 3 zeros into the next. So you got 1,000 and now you got million, right? We do 4 number. So 1,000 and then you got 10,000 and 10,000 is 1 unit. So she think that by saying 3 million is actually that unit. It's actually $300. So she's like saying the whole time arguing with my mother-in-law. Like, it's 3 million. I'm like, we don't even have 3 million in that town. And I was like, oh, that's probably how China always miss a zero. Every time they announce people like, you know, victimized or something. They always miss a zero.
Yep.
But yeah, China is going through a lot of different natural disaster. And I was like, dude, that just shows you, like, when you build stuff in one day, it's not gonna last. Okay? My wife is like, oh, so they just recently said that they built an entire building in one day. And I was like, no, they assembled it in one day. They built it in the factory, put it all together, and then she goes, oh, so how did they have, like, you know, pipeline to go take a shit?
Well,
I was like,
Rome
I
was
think the
not
pipeline
built
goes
a
in
day.
first.
I know that.
Say what?
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Well, they built that building in a day. You think that building that's built in a day with just screws and nailed together, it's gonna outlast those natural disasters? You're crazy.
Well, if you got 300,000 people coming to build a building, I guess you can get it built in a day, even with water and everything.
You can't,
I mean,
because you cannot have 300,000 people stay in that building that's not built out at the same time either. The thing is that they build it as modular and then they put it together. But the thing about modular building is that they are not meant to be strong.
No, because they weren't meant to be permanent. They were built to be temporary and then tear them apart after they're not used anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not turn off your camera, man.
And that, what?
Sorry.
Oh, so I was telling my wife this. I was like, this is what people don't understand when they buy a house. Okay, when you buy a house in the U.S., what do you get? Let's say it's newly built. What do you get? You get a fully done house with pipeline and everything and walls, right?
Yeah.
When you buy a house in China, there is no textile. There is no wall. You go in there, you get the outer wall that divides the room, and each wall is not textile. You will see exposed wires. You will see exposed plugs. You will see exposed pipeline. You had to hire someone to come back and fill the walls, put textiles on, and all the furniture and everything else. That's how China works. That's why they were able to build a house, because this.
Yeah, you're talking about drywall.
Huh?
You're talking about drywall. Textile, you're saying textile. You mean drywall.
Well, US has drywall, but in Asia is concrete.
Is it concrete or plaster?
Plaster and concrete. Depends on where you're at. You gotta hire someone to put it on for you. So you can choose the concrete, and then somebody will come in to concrete it for you. Okay? So basically, if you go into a house, if you walk in the toilet, you'll see a pipe this long sticking out of the floor for the toilet. And what they do is they will fill. You can hire people to fill whatever level you want for that bathroom, and put textile on there and tiles on there and stuff like that. And then you choose how much you cut off and put the toilet on top. Because there's no floor.
See, our houses over here, even though inside walls are made of brick.
So yeah, they don't really use drywalls in Asia because Asia has earthquake. Asia has flooding. Wood is not a viable building material. They use concrete and steel. But because everybody will choose what they want to put inside their house, not every house have the same amount of strength to resist natural disaster. I worked the first mod building in Brookline by Barclays Center. They spent more money and time fixing errors and found out they would have been cheaper, faster to build a regular style. Yes, I actually absolutely despise modular home. They are so poorly built, and sometimes I'm surprised that they're even up to code because everything is just fit together the same way, right? Now, granted, the China building are modular, but you kind of like everybody gets you hire somebody to kind of change it up a little bit because you don't have walls, you don't have anything, right? You can change it up, so they look slightly different. But the thing is that when you hire some idiot decide to put like really really cheap material as weight bearing walls, and then they don't waterproof it, next thing you know is water leaking down. I was watching a story about this guy who bought a apartment. He go in there, he hires somebody and literally change the pipeline. So whenever he flushes, downstairs toilet will kind of, the water will just like geyser out of the toilet. Because the way they did it is they seal off the original air vent, air release for the water. So now the pipe is vacuum. And then they have an exit line connected to that. So whenever they flush, water goes down, air pushes out, the floor below that water just pops out. And that's always what happens in China. People who buy buildings always have issues. This is why so many towns are actually ghost towns. People buy the building and there's nothing around it. Because you can't, like, you can buy the building, you go into the building, realize there's nothing. It's just a shell. It's just a shell. There's many places has abandoned building that has 3 walls. Because if you have 3 walls, it's considered a building in China.
Man, I don't even know what to say to all that.
So what?
I don't even know what to say.
Right? This is how they raise their GDP. They build building with 3 walls, and that's considered building.
It's weird.
Hyperinflate your GDP.
That's no kidding.
That's how it's done. How he's done. By the way, did I or did I not tell people not to buy Bitcoin?
True.
You just lost half of your value because somebody feels like it.
Yep. People are dumb.
I had a teacher. I think he said he had a pig farm in Taiwan.
Taiwan is different though. Taiwan buildings are built very
yeah,
different.
I'm just saying, but it wasn't like a farmland. It was a multi-story building, and he actually raised pigs.
Taiwan's building are built different. Like they will build out the entire thing. You'll have everything built in when you buy the place, and it's always concrete, reinforced concrete, and steel. Because Taiwan will have earthquake.
Have you ever heard of a pig farm being like a multi-story building?
Mm-hmm.
So he wasn't lying to me. So that's cool. All right.
You can have multi-floor building for any animal except cow. You're not allowed to have cows. You can have horses on multi-floor building.
Why? Why not a cow?
The cows apparently the cows over the weight limit or something like that. And they think that the horse will not jump if they see a certain height. Cow will walk through it and they will fall down.
Yeah, cows are dumb.
Yeah.
So cows are kind of like lemmings.
What?
Yep.
Yep.
right?
Proud
So
of the
that's
lemmings of the animal world.
yeah.
Go
They
off.
have multi-floor buildings because Taiwan is tiny. You have to learn how to use that space, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but the cow will walk off and then just fall straight down.
Well,
And-
that would help, right? That makes it a slaughterhouse.
Well, it will be instant burger when it falls down, but whoever under that will also become a burger.
True.
And when you
Yeah.
say multi-floor
You're
buildings, when you say multi-floor buildings, those buildings are actually not that high. They are like maybe the second floor is less than 10 feet. That's
Really
multi-floor.
big. Well, I guess the people have to be in there.
All right, so Asians are not that tall. We don't have 10 feet people. Right? So the next floor, like you go up, is probably maybe 4 or 5 steps going up, and that's considered second floor.
Yeah.
So it's not very, very tall. Right?
Oh, it's cheaper. It's cheaper to build a multi-story
Michael would
building.
feel at home, huh? Michael would feel at home there.
You know, Michael is
That's right.
actually not considered too short in Asian.
No, he'd be his business would be called Guy Cigar Shop. Yeah, it wouldn't be.
No, it'll be normal guy cigar shop.
Hey, it still works.
Normal guy cigar shop. Yeah, Taiwan, because we have earthquake, we have typhoons. Buildings are built very strong.
It wouldn't be normal guy cigar because Michael is not normal.
Well, fine. It will be almost Asian guy cigar shop.
Regardless
Almost
of
Asian
his size, he's not normal. Yes, too fast shipping, to be normal.
Yeah.
All these problems.
Wait, did Sherry got the CD first or got yours first?
She got mine first.
I'll tell you what, if Michael keeps up with the shipping, the fast shipping and all that, he too will be able to ride a penis up to space. So
Dude, I saw that rocket and I was like, are you kidding me?
Did you know that they changed the definition of astronaut the day he went up, so he cannot be considered as astronaut?
Good.
But
He's
but,
not.
I think the one before that, Sir whatever, he's considered an astronaut because he did it before the definition.
Richard
changed.
Branson.
Yeah.
Richard Branson, yeah.
Richard is considered an astronaut, but Jeff Bezos isn't.
Well, Richard was considered an astronaut for about a week. Because under that rule, he's not considered an astronaut anymore.
No, but then he's grandfather in. His grandfather in. He's an astronaut.
So Bezos was a space person then, right?
Yeah, he's just a person that traveled to space.
Well, he's
outer equator.
It's whatever pronoun he wants to use, I guess. But yeah.
I think it would be called space cadet would sound better.
Space traveler.
A space cadet because they're freaking nuts.
I'm actually very surprised that they trust their thing that much. Like,
I know.
Even if my company build it, I will not trust to be on it. I'll send a monkey up there first.
The good part about it, though, is it has kind of driven technology to a new level of trying to make vehicles that can get to outer space.
The one from
Richard?
The one from Richard.
May help us. Yeah, it may help us in the long run.
Yeah, the one by Richard is actually more of a transportation than the one from Jeff Bezos, because Jeff Bezos one is just more like a delivery system rather than anything. It goes up and comes right down. The other one actually have a spaceship that actually, is individual. It will propel. So, I don't know. It's pretty cool. I mean, Elon Musk can finally go home.
Right?
Right? So
he can go find the rest of the lizard people.
Yeah, but if you as an example decide to put a people on the moon, a little colony on the moon, something like Bezos' rocket would not be too bad. It would send people to the moon.
Yeah, there's plenty of people we could put on the moon. We don't want them back though. We're just leaving there. No settlement.
Well, that's
the
another
thing is
situation altogether.
My question is whether or not auto insurance will cover it if you fly a spaceship and actually hit that Tesla that's in space. Woo! Tesla. Because that Tesla is still in space, right? It never came down.
Oh.
It was just in there.
Well, I imagine it's still up in space, floating towards the next star. Yeah.
It was just orbiting. It was just orbiting. It was not doing anything. So, you know, if you fly a spaceship and they got hit by that car, does your insurance cover it?
Well, and then on top of that, it wouldn't be surprising because their self-driving does not work well. So I mean, you're gonna.
Can you imagine aliens flying by, on a Tesla, that's kind of floating, and it
Oh,
would be
what the
like those stupid Americans, they didn't have oxygen in that thing.
See, how bad would it be if we're welcoming the alien, we hope that they'll contact us, and then they came over to Earth and get hit by a Tesla?
They're like, there ain't no roads in space.
Right? They'll start to announce, it's like, Earthlings, do not towards this way, we're coming, right? And then that car don't have a system that will slow him down. It will just keep going.
Yeah.
Those stupid Earthlings, man. There's no roads in space. Tires don't do any good.
Right? And then, not to mention, on there was a doll, right? It wasn't an actual human. It's a doll right there. So they will be attempt to contact this doll, and the doll is not gonna respond. And like, damn you humans, they're not responding to us. Start a war because
That sounds so pretty normal though, because probably get the same reaction from a real human.
it'll be really funny if they can remote control that a space, and then you get an alien ship pass the Tesla, and the Tesla center will just remotely hyping the spaceship. The alien's like, wait, are they hyping us?
He's Charles is asking if the Tesla might be the Death Star.
I like it.
Or the beginning of the port.
It could be a problem because now it's a space junk, so it could be a problem for the future. I just feel like that way. Something's gonna fly there and it's gonna get hit by that car, and the car insurance will not cover it because you're telling what State Farm to pay out, $3 billion for a space project.
What really would have been funny though is if they would have programmed that thing that when like a spaceship flies by it, it starts honking the horn.
Yeah, hyping on the horn.
Well, if it was German, it would have.
You asshole!
It would have had to, right? If it was German, it would actually have to turn on his sound, right?
And that's if the mannequin that's on there, the spacesuit didn't just shrink. It starts to give a finger as he flows by.
Yeah, there comes a finger, and it turns on the audio, you asshole.
This is how we start a space war against the aliens, because they finally got that message. They finally visit Earth, and they found a space car driving really fast and giving the bird to everybody in the space.
See, we really do not want aliens to come to the world. We do not want aliens to come to Earth.
Because we have no way against them. Obviously, if they can come to us,
because
their technology is advanced.
Because we would be scared shitless of any beings that have the technology to come to us when we don't have the technology to go to them.
Right?
Anything more highly advanced than people on Earth we would have to destroy that.
So, a better question,
trying to kill that off.
A better thought would be, what bumper sticker is on the Tesla?
Zero emission.
There's got to be a bumper sticker on the Tesla, isn't it?
It will have Elon Musk's cell phone on it. If you gotta tow this car, call this number.
Also about driving.
Probably something about doggy coin.
One of those stickers that says "babies on board."
Yeah,
yes. Was it gas, grass, or ass?
Dead mother-in-law in the trunk.
Today I saw a car with a bumper sticker that says, "Honk if you need to poop."
Or not in my backyard.
Why do people put those things on the back of the car? Babies on children on board, or
to let you know they will be driving like idiot and slow.
Because it's not like you're gonna be any more careful just because they've got a kid in their car.
No, if I see a baby on board sticker, I drive around them.
Yeah, like I said, it's not like you drive safer or whatever when you're around them.
I do drive safe. I'm past them.
shouldn't have.
Pass them.
What? Oh, what?
I yelling.
Oh, that's fine. What if it's got baby on board, but it was that driver, that real fast driver guy? Think about that one.
Which one?
The one in the movie. His name was Baby.
Oh, you drift around.
Yeah.
You gotta drive like Asian and look in the face, like, and then comes back, drive straight.
Oh my God! To check the back.
It's let the fire department know to check the back seat in case of accident.
Huh.
Yeah, if the accident is that bad enough, you can't see the back seat. Yeah, check the back seat isn't gonna help that much.
Yeah.
And check your pants.
It's like when an airplane, you know, they announce Mayday or Pam Pam, they will have to say how many soul on board, and how much gas they have left. Michael's like, what do you mean by how many soul on board? That's the actual term. They use how many soul on board.
I think he's talking about Pam Pam.
Yeah, Pam Pam is actually actual term. Pam Pam is a higher level than a Mayday. Yeah. So when you go into that situation, they ask how many soul on board, and you tell them how many soul on board because they need to know how many people you have it. And let's say if you say 8 souls on board and they found 10 people, they know 2 people were dead before that.
Yeah, and when you got baby on board, it only means there could be a baby on board. It doesn't mean there actually is one.
Yeah, because they're not going to go take the sticker off.
Well, basically, you could cause someone in the driver's seat to die because they're looking for the kid that ain't there, you know?
If they get into an accident, the ambulance people knows the kid.
Yeah, those few minutes they were looking for a kid, they could have been saving the driver.
Right, because baby on board sticker isn't going to come off when they don't have a baby on board.
Yeah, they need to.
Exactly.
They need to be turning the sticker off.
Turn the sticker off, lights off. Yeah, and some of them, like, you know, a woman will be pregnant and put the baby on board sticker too.
I mean, the logic of the thing just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, it's
but
just
I do drive around them or drive safer if I'm near one.
People got to brag that they have kids, you know. That's basically what.
No, those are like my kids went to Harvard sticker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I always like the one where it said, "My kid beat up your kid." I always thought that was a good one. My kid beat up your A student.
I've never seen that sticker, for sure.
You ever seen that?
No.
Seen it, right?
Oh, yeah, I've seen those. Oh yeah.
You seen the ones like my other car is a Mercedes, you know, and stuff like that.
That doesn't make sense to me.
See, like, they ought to put one on there like my other kids are smart.
No, but if they put my other car is a Mercedes, that just tells you that if you want better insurance paid out, you can't go hit that car. The guy has money.
Oh, so that's what's on the Tesla. My other car is a space shuttle.
Oh my God.
Oh God. No, they should put a sticker on it that says "We got weapon." Right? So the spaceship will drive around them. Something like that. I don't know. It's just weird. It is pretty cool to see this generation was able to do that. But at the same time, it's almost like a proof of concept. Who's gonna spend that much money to build space shuttles over and over again, other than NASA?
Those dipshits that got more money than ever.
Yeah, but those people who built those will just let them go up one time and they don't give a shit after that.
Yeah.
Right? You think that they gotta build another one just for the heck of it? Who's gonna have the money to go up?
Oh, they actually do want to start space tourism, and they actually do want to build more of those to let people that have money go up into space.
Right, yeah. But like the people who have money to go up to space, how many are there?
A lot. There's a lot. You can make a lot of money on it just over a short time.
Okay, so I think per ticket they talk about this. Okay, it's like, was it like $27 million?
Depends on who. What's his name? You can go up for 250,000.
Okay, 250,000. All right.
Yeah.
Let's say
a lot of people can afford that.
A lot of people can afford that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people can afford that.
Let's say they afford it one time. They afford it one time. Do they need to go the second time?
You actually came to mind when I heard the 250,000, man. I'm just saying, man. Michael, was you?
That's dude. When I heard,
I wasn't gonna say that.
I'm not gonna lie. When I read how much that it cost, I was like, I wonder if Tony's gonna try to get mine.
Yes. Yep.
All right, so here's the thing: if I'm gonna go up there, they better let me to walk in space so I can put a swag of Shadow Smoke Legion at space.
I know.
Junk floor around.
That's actually going to get you in the back of the line, Tony.
Yeah, I am not going up. I am not going up. I am not going up.
Why not? It's a once in a lifetime thing. Come on.
You can't be unhappy about that.
No, I'm not spending $27,000 to go to space. You crazy?
250,000.
I mean, 250,000. I'm not gonna spend that kind of money.
You spend $27,000 on a bottle of whiskey you're gonna drink.
Okay, so Tony, what you do is you forego buying cars a couple times, and it's paid for.
True, 2 cars.
There you go.
But that doesn't mean I want to, because that's like a minute. You're like going there for like 30 minutes, you're down.
Think of it like an Oro Blanco,
right?
Cigar.
It's the experience.
No. No. It will not make. No, Joe. Joe's like for science. No. No.
No, but there really are a lot of people that would pay that money to go into space.
Yeah, a lot of people would. Doesn't mean they have.
Just for that few minutes of doing it, yeah.
If I was well-to-do enough that I could like throw away that kind of money and do it, I probably would do it.
I can tell you that majority of the CEO who can afford it will not do it, because the moment they say they were gonna do it, their stock will tank.
It's like when they first started offering, skydiving lessons and stuff for people to go up and do tandem skydives, that they're only going to do it one time. They didn't figure that a lot of people would be that stupid either, but they really are.
Yeah, I feel skydiving is a lot different. Skydiving, you can have an instructor, you can have a spare chute, you can have that. But space shuttle, once you blow up, you're dead.
Same thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It's the rush of doing it the one time. If you got the money to do it, a lot of people would do it.
Yeah, but skydiving is a lot cheaper than a space shuttle.
Of course, but I mean, if you got that kind of money, and a lot of people do have that kind of money, it's not a big deal.
We would just do a bunch of raffles, man. Do a raffle a month.
No, I am not. I need to smoke another cigar. Hold on. This is too much of a topic.
See, okay, so Tony, you can have your chute and your backup chute not work. You'll be just as dead as if the space shuttle blew up.
Right, but that's different though. Your chute and like usually when you go, you don't go alone. You have other people, that will try to save you.
Three. Yeah, when you go skydiving, well, at least here you have to go 3 times with an instructor, and then you can go by yourself.
Yeah, but after 3 times, I don't know. I think majority of the business people who can afford it, they will have to worry about whether or not they can do it. Just like Jeff Bezos, he have to quit Amazon to be able to do that. Because if he does this, still being the owner or the CEO of Amazon will tank. Like the stock will just tank to nothing.
Well, didn't he already sold Amazon, didn't he?
He did, because he needs to do this. If he was still a control role of Amazon, and people hear that the CEO might die, it'll tank it'll tank the stock.
So, Tony, when you go up in space, man, you cannot complain about not being able to do the spacewalk, not being able to smoke a cigar.
No, I will not go to space. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Why
this?
Not?
Can somebody tell me what this is? This is one of the short stack, but I mean the replacement. But which one is this one?
Looks like a Maduro.
Habano.
Looks like a Habano to me.
It has a tail, so.
Well, yeah, it looks like a Habano.
All right. I don't know. I wouldn't go, because
Maduro's a lot darker.
to me, it's not that exciting.
Oh, see, that'd be exciting to me.
Tony, you'd be one of the guys that in the airplane asking the jump master, what happens if the secondary chute don't open up?
You're dead.
And he'd be like, well, you'll be the first one down there. You'll beat us all down to the ground.
I wouldn't. That's why I wouldn't do that kind of stuff because it's very high risk stuff.
Yeah, that's high risk.
Yeah,
high gain.
Tony would do it. Tony would do it, and he'd come back down and say, "Man, that wasn't shit. That was nothing."
Yeah, waste of money.
If I did, that's probably what I would say too. I would be like, yeah, boring.
Yeah, so you can't. You're disqualified for that alone.
Yeah. I wouldn't go. Especially have to raffle and win and then to get on there. Nah. No. 200. Was it 270,000? 250,000? 270,000?
Yeah.
I will build a lounge first.
True.
It
Yeah.
makes much more sense to build a lounge.
It's like half an hour or 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's really quick. The preparation work takes months, but when you're on there, down, you're done.
Yeah. And they go right to the edge of the stratosphere.
These people that are gonna do it, and there's a lot of them, are those people that they've already got their lounge. They already got everything that they actually want, and they just want nothing to do with their money anymore.
But here's the thing: they only sold one ticket so far. One.
See, but if they sell enough and they do this enough times, it'll bring the cost down.
Yeah,
And then we'll all get
and it'll
together.
also cause more people to say, yeah, okay, it's
You're
not.
talking
such
about
it's not
tens
such
and
a risk.
20s of years later.
Well, of course we are, but nothing happens overnight.
Yeah, so when I'm 60, I'll be like, all right, I'm ready to go.
You will, Michael? You will?
Hell yeah, I would. If I had the money, I'd do it right now.
I don't know. I wouldn't. I know I wouldn't. I don't see space to be fun played.
Oh, see, I've had like a serious, not obsession, but pretty close to it with space since I was a kid.
I can see Tony going up into space and light up a cigar just to see if the air filtration system works like it's supposed to. Does this like filter the smoke out of here?
Right away, all the space astronaut will be all panicking because they see smoke inside the shuttle.
Tony be like, I'm just checking the rabbit air.
Yeah.
Or wait, inside the mask, inside the helmet.
Inside the mask, yeah, he's like inside the spacesuit.
No, I'll be like there, open, smoke, close.
Yeah.
No, you talk to me. Hold on a sec. Okay. That's how it's gonna look like. No, I don't think I never thought about going to space at all. When I see those videos of them going up, I'm like, I'm not.
Yeah.
Right? I am not gonna put myself under 6 Gs of force for any reason.
See, that's literally for science, right?
Right. The
Yeah,
definition.
that's too much of a science for me. I am not a rocket scientist.
You could be if you believe you are.
We already realized that already, Tony, that you're not a rocket
I
scientist.
am not a rocket scientist, so that's not no, I'm not. No. But here's the thing. If I ever is doing it, I'm carrying a Woody with me.
Tony didn't understand that.
I am a scientist, just not rocket.
Yeah.
Certified.
You are for science person. That's what you are.
Yeah, but I am
He
not.
likes caramel, caramel.
Scientific study?
Huh?
Tony's for scientific study or what?
No, I major in science.
It was a joke. It's okay.
Huh? What?
It was a joke. It's all right.
It's
You
a
said
bad
you're for science. I said what you were like for the study of science. Come on.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to go to space. I can only imagine billions of things going wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tony would get up to the moon and be like, "God damn, there ain't no cigar shops up here."
No, I'll probably complain there's no Wi-Fi there. Go to the moon and start walking. It's like, there's no signal here. This hotel sucks.
Can't Can't smoke in the spaceship. No signal.
Can't smoke in this toilet really sucks.
There's
no
no bidet
butt
in
warmer.
space.
There is no tub for me to take a bath here in the moon. I need to go back right now.
My camera keeps floating away from my face.
There's no nail salon.
I don't care for nail salon. That's okay. But like no toilet, no bathtub, I can't. No.
Okay.
Yep.
Tony is flipping y'all off under the camera in this angle. He couldn't do it because they said I'm on Wednesday. Yes, exactly.
He's flipping us off. Yeah.
How that?
That's of course going to be the next photo that I screenshot and post in Discord.
Oh my god. No, do it when I'm on the other setup so you can actually see it. That's horrible. This is horrible. Actually, this cigar is not horrible. It's kind of light though.
I've already found a couple of loopholes, so yeah.
This cigar is a little bit sweet. It's not peppery though. It's a little bit sweet. It's not peppery.
So from now on, we want to flip somebody off in Discord. You just post a picture of Sherry's crown.
Loopholes. There's always loopholes.
So that bothers you, don't it, Tony?
It does. Because you guys always look for loopholes.
That is the immaturity that
We stumble on loopholes. Okay, we don't look for them.
Your friend just did one of those Sailor Moon crap.
Oh.
Yes, you rock, Tony.
What's going on, everybody?
Check, but I can still do
The
it.
Michael left right when he get out.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Tony. I'm sorry.
Why the fuck did he leave?
No, I think he just had a phone call or something. I don't know.
We only have 2 M's on the live at a time, so only 1 M.
Oh,
Too many
God.
M's. Okay.
How's work today? Good?
Oh, it's busy, man.
So, Martin, would you go to space if you can afford it?
If I had the fucking money, fuck yeah, I would.
Oh, my God, you guys. Seriously.
Told you. And there's a lot of people that do have the money and would.
So, Martin, if all you have is $270,000 in the bank account right now, you're like, I wanted to go to space right now.
Oh, he's
Okay.
He's gonna sue Sumatra.
Yeah, Martini Mass. We smoked that today, man. The Sumatra.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were.
Martin,
Yeah,
smoke it.
actually-
No, smoke it with it on. Smoke it with it on.
Fuck no.
They actually posted that in the news the other day that they expect the space tourism business to be about a $1.7 billion a year business.
Yeah, they had to say that because they need more investment. So that they don't have to carry all the risk.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
that's
that doesn't mean
kind of
well.
what they expect it to be that way, though.
Well, no. When you say expecting, that's just for the investor to hear. It's not for you. Your company is not really expecting. Your company is expecting, if we run this all the time, how much money will we make and how much money does the investor have to hear so they will dump money at us? Right? That's what expecting is.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they will really make that much
Why do
money.
we have an echo? Is it Martine
hear it.
again?
Didn't hear it till Martine got in.
Don't blame me. It's because Michael left.
So I it's once in a lifetime to go to space. There's a lot of things once in a lifetime you could have done.
yeah, that's right.
So I wouldn't say space. If space traveling became so popular, it wouldn't be a once in a lifetime. It would be normal transportation. You wouldn't have to spend that much money to even be beyond there because you'll be normal. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
you can kind of hope that it actually does get there.
Well, yeah. So I wouldn't spend that much. I will wait until they build a space hotel with toilet and tub and all the facility that I need and Wi-Fi before I even consider it.
Yeah, by then you'll have your long gray Chinese beard and your big old long pipe with the long fingernails.
But that's what they say when you became a saint, like a Asian saint with a Fu Manchu and everything. You ascend automatically. I don't even need a space shuttle. I ascend myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'll be like, grasshopper. Let me show you how it's done. I'll just float and then just go. I wouldn't need a space shuttle.
Grab the Tesla from my hand. Yeah.
Too slow.
Let
me show you how to grab that Tesla with a chopstick.
It sounds to me like somebody doesn't want to part with his $250,000. That's what it sounds like to me.
No, it's not. It's not worth $250,000.
Right. I know. These are reasons why you don't want to part with it. I get it, Tony.
$250,000. I'd rather do so many other things than flying to space. There's so many things that's in priority than going to. I would rather buy a sushi for $250,000 than going to space. Not saying I will, but I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, $250,000.
For science.
If I had millions, then yes, I would do it.
Well, if you have millions and you already done everything, yeah, maybe that would be on your bucket list. But if you don't, or if you have all those other things that you haven't done yet, you wouldn't choose that to be your first priority, would you? Exactly.
No, but I think there's an awful lot of people that have got everything and are bored, and they would put money into it to do it, but not necessarily the first or second ship to go up. They would wait and make sure that it's safe.
Yeah. If I'm gonna go up there, there's so many things on the list of my bucket list that I haven't done yet, like being the U.S. president, being the Japanese prime minister, being the CCP leader of China. I haven't done any of those yet, so I can't.
If I had $1 million, I would probably buy 2 million Jack in the Box tacos.
Really?
Yes.
I don't think so.
2 for $1, brother.
What about tax? You forgot tax.
That's true. Well, you get a discount. When you buy
You
that
probably
many,
will get a discount if you got. Like, I don't even think they can produce that much for you. If you have that much money, just freaking buy a store and make your own.
Make your own, yeah.
I don't know. What are you drinking, Martin?
Maker's Mark.
Okay, Maker's Mark.
Oh.
Yeah, I got a good deal on this one.
Glencairn.
What is a good deal?
What I normally go for, like $25.
Mm-hmm.
It was $20.
Oh yeah.
$20?
$20 for a 750.
Oh, that's actually not bad. That's actually good.
Pretty cool, right?
The reason I know that people would pay money to go into space, so I've seen a lot of people standing in line to do bungee jumping. Okay.
That's different. I feel like those are really, really different. So.
You're still risking your life totally to jump down on a springy rope.
It's what you consider as the false sense of security. So you feel like the rope is gonna be safe. You know there's people around it that can save you. But the thing is that once you go on a space shuttle, you go up there, no one can save you, including the people that's in there.
All right. So it sounds like we have a good opportunity here.
No, I am not trying it.
No, I'm not saying that. You don't think it's going to be space tourism. James thinks there is. So I see an opportunity for some kind of a bet.
No, there might be a space tourism, but we're at least 20, 30, 40 years away.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. There's an over and under here, so we got to find out what it is. How long do you think it'll take, James?
Oh, I think it'll take 20, 30 years before it's
y'all agree?
space tourism.
Yeah, because they don't have
We
anywhere to
agree on it. We agree on the time. I mean, because the time is pretty logical.
Everything will happen eventually. It's just
it's going to take time. But what I was getting at to begin with is that they actually trying to get to an end goal. They have actually an end goal of the thing, and what they're doing basically is promoting the technology for us to be able to get into outer space.
Yeah, I think they did not successfully demonstrate proof of concept yet. They had to fly a few more times to really prove that it's safe and the proof of concept. And that
they've just proved that it's possible. Okay,
they only proved that it's possible. But then again,
yeah.
flying a space shuttle into space is nothing new. Not to mention, they didn't really go to space. They just broke the outer crater. Yeah, they didn't really go into space. Right? There's no navigation system in the in those shuttles to go anywhere other than land.
Yeah, not yet, but like I said, that's
so
all. That's
you're talking
all,
about a long time off.
We're baby steps. It's baby steps. That was the.
That's why I said
the next step.
Reality.
That was the next step you have to take. Yeah.
And that's the thing though, that it will take a lot. It will take at least 10 more years to prove that it's even safe. Another 10 years for them to go up there to build a facility that's necessary for space travel.
I mean, we orbited a lot of men around the Earth before we finally sent somebody to the moon.
So they could have easily just flown the barf bus and accomplished the same thing.
Say what?
Yeah, the 747 that goes up and down.
It's very uncomfortable.
Yeah, they call it the barf bus.
To get the same feeling, they could have achieved it in a different way, but that wasn't the point of building.
Yeah, the point is to be there to be able to see through that window and go all that stuff. But then that's not space traveling yet. It's space tourism, not even. You just see the outer crater. And yeah, is that beautiful? Sure, but that's not really space tourism yet.
It was basically a proof of concept that a civilian firm, company can build a
rocket that can go to
rockets that will leave Earth.
And to be honest, I think Richard did a better job at demonstrating that than Jeff. I think Jeff just building it for himself to go up there.
Yeah, and if you prove though that you can build different types of ships that will actually break through the Earth's gravity and get to that point, that's the proof of concept that they had to do.
Yeah, the proof of concept is that civilian other than NASA can build that. That's they proved that.
And now they have several different types of ships that they've actually did it with, and they can start looking at what the better ones were, drawbacks are.
Just that to make the next version, you're looking at years and years away.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. So you wouldn't be you're waiting on another 5 to 10 years for the next one to go.
Yeah, of course, but like I said, they know where they can. They know where they need to be headed. Now.
And the funny part is that
the
funny part is that NASA already know because they send people out there already. They know. It's just that whether or not they're willing to share that technology with civilians.
Hey, all this space talk. Michael, did you get a dog rocket?
No, it's not a dog rocket. It's another Connecticut that I had in there.
I don't see that happening. Yeah, like James also agreed, 20-30 years minimum. And you'll get easier, obviously, as technology move forward. You'll get easier, but at the same time,
I think sooner than that, personally.
It's all still working towards getting to Mars. Okay, it's a baby step.
Going to Mars takes a long time. It's not a one-day trip.
Yeah, at the present time, it takes a long time.
Unless somebody came out with a warp speed, because
the propulsion that we have now, it takes a long time. But who knows what's going to happen in the next 50 years?
Well, yeah, we're talking about 50 years. That wouldn't be something we had to worry about.
Yeah.
Right. We won't see it.
I might get to be 100. I don't know. I might see.
I know I won't. I know I won't, because I'm already 100.
Yeah.
It's okay. Back to the Future was wrong.
Back to the Future is definitely wrong.
Makes me sad.
88 miles an hour. Which car cannot go 88 miles an hour nowadays?
No, I wanted flying cars by now. What the hell?
There is flying cars.
There is flying cars now already.
There's Nikes that will lace themselves up for you too.
There are hoverboards too, so
kind
Kind of.
Well, there are different prototypes. It's just that whatever we're calling hoverboard today should never have that name.
No,
I mean,
but we
at least that
actually
thing
do
goes
have
on
the,
fire, so that's kind of like accurate
we
depiction.
actually do have the technology today to make a hoverboard that would, like in Back to the Future.
Yeah, but it wouldn't
would,
make sense. The amount of energy you need to use, it wouldn't make sense.
It would not make sense. It would not be. You couldn't travel far on it, and you wouldn't be able to. The stabilization is not quite there yet. So, but they're getting there. They're getting there. That's the that's the point.
I think my wife also talked to me about this. Okay, China is thinking to build a nuclear power plant using like salt-based material. Did you guys hear about that?
No.
So that plant does not generate nuclear waste. It does not heat. It does not generate heat. Now it's like either that is a bullshit, or in the future nobody can afford salt because you're using salt to generate energy.
Yeah.
Well,
they ought to use bullshit.
That's what I think. I mean, she's like, oh yeah, that technology has been there forever and nobody uses that. Well, why do you think that's the case? Because it doesn't make sense to do it.
we can start using up some of that ocean water to get all that what we need. The oxygen, the salt, and keep the oceans from rising. Swallowing up most of California.
And also, what other dumb stuff I touch about? My wife asked, what will happen if you have 0% humidity? And I said,
it's just dry.
I said, you'll die.
Hey, Michael, what's it like, man?
So basically, 0% humidity means there's no presence of any water in the air, right?
Right.
That's 0% humidity. But here's the thing: air has a certain percentage of oxygen and hydrogen.
Right. So then there'd be no air.
So if there is 0%, it means there's either no oxygen or no hydrogen.
So what's the minimal amount?
I don't know. I don't think I ever look into how much we need minimal to have a humidity. I think
we gotta
but you can't have 0% because at any given time, if you have oxygen and hydrogen together, it will compound itself. It will become water.
Well, yeah. There's times we're down to like 3-4% humidity here, ambient.
Ambient?
Yeah, no, ambient humidity. Sometimes it's down to 3 or 4% on a really hot day.
Yeah, but you can't have 0%. 0%
No,
means no.
You'd be dead.
Yeah, you'll be dead.
I don't think you could have, because oxygen is made, like you said, of hydrogen and oxygen.
Yeah,
I don't think you could have 0%.
So you have to have some moisture.
I imagine it'd be really hard to breathe.
Hell yeah.
Well, if you can't breathe, you die.
Well, because your lungs are water, so.
Yeah, well, your lungs need the moisture in the air as well as the oxygen. So.
Right.
We'll see what Albert came out with. I never looked into it.
An unhealthy amount is between 35 and 60%.
No, that's a healthy amount.
No, that's a healthy amount.
Unhealthy is 35 to 60.
Unhealthy?
Yeah.
6?
I don't know, because they say a comfortable condition to live in is between 35 and 60. 45 was the recommended amount of humidity in the house.
I'm just going by what Google said, man.
That's a lot of humidity.
45% humidity?
Yeah.
It's not much.
You need 70 for your cigar.
It's like 60 in my house all the time.
Dude, that's a lot of humidity for here. Like, that's a lot.
If you have wood house and you have like less than 30% humidity, your wood will start drying out.
That's why our houses are not made of wood. Well, they are, but some. There's issues with that here.
Yeah, the wood will start cracking.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not necessarily, because a good humidity for wood, for furniture, is like 10 to 15%.
Well, wood furniture also has like freaking, what do they call it? That sealant.
Okay, according to Google, it says that the concept of 0% relative humidity air at devoid of water vapor is intriguing, but given Earth climate and weather condition, it's impossible.
Right.
Water vapor is always present in air, even if it's only minute quantity.
Because I mean, what percentage of the Earth is water?
Well, 75%.
70, yeah.
Okay.
You gotta calculate air too, so you can't just calculate water. 75%. So yeah, you can have 100%, but you can have 0.
Right.
Yeah, like when it's raining, it's 100%.
Actually, having 0 also means there's no way to transition heat because nothing's carrying heat. Right?
That's
okay,
why,
so
like,
if,
on the
if
moon,
outside air is 0% water, your body's water will be drawn to atmosphere. So it will never be 0 because it will start drawing water from human.
Yeah.
So you can never have 0.
I think everybody quit
That'll help
chatting.
me lose a lot of this water weight that I have.
You just start to sweat. You just die from sweating.
That's why we have people get dehydrated so easily here.
I don't even know why my wife had that kind of question. All of a sudden she's like, "What happened when we have 0% humidity?" Huh?
You should be dead.
Yeah.
What's wrong with questions like that?
It's random. Sometimes when you have a question, it has to deviate from something, right? Something has to drive you to have that question.
Yeah.
She would just sit there and all of a sudden say, "What happened?" I was like, "What?" So, I don't know. I found that interesting that she came out with that kind of question, but yeah.
I think they're good questions. So,
I mean, it's weird, right? Because her side of family, mother, father, grandfather, it's all in the science field. Mother's engineer, father's engineer, grandfather is mechanical engineer. So, but for her, she knows nothing about science. She have the questions, but she cannot do science. Like she have horrible grades in science. She just can't do science. It's kind of weird. And I come to this family. I'm also a science guy, so we always talk about scientific stuff. But she's always left out because she couldn't do science.
Yeah, my daughter can't do math worth a shit. So
what's really funny is she took physics as SAT too, and she remembered nothing about physics. Nothing. She took the test and just left all the knowledge there too.
She learned what she needed to do for the test, and then
she took the test and she just, right? There was one day I had to explain to her what's the difference between density and volume. So.
That's like 6th grade science.
Mm-hmm.
My best grades in the SAT test were understanding of the English language.
I get to take TOEFL because I'm an immigrant, so I took TOEFL.
What's TOEFL?
It's a test for people who have English as secondary language.
So ESOL or ESL.
Basically, but if you take ESL, you can actually take TOEFL as a supplement to your English.
Oh.
Which is great.
Boy.
That just means Tony cheated.
Hey, I got full score on my TOEFL. So.
Was it TOEFL?
TOEFL?
I think it's like a soy. It's based on a soy.
What's
Okay.
a TOEFL? It's
Soy
a how
curd.
much you walk.
Okay,
Helps you stabilize.
TOEFL stands for Test of English as Foreign Language.
Sounds to me like a soy sauce.
No, that's
soy
tofu.
curd. Soy curd.
TOEFL. 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 Hey, whatever. Passed it. So school is down for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did anybody guess the secret message?
Huh?
Anybody guess the secret message?
Not yet. It's not this episode. There's got to be one video that allows you guys to post the answer on there. And the first one to get it gets it.
I only got 3 letters though. I couldn't find anything else.
I only post all the hints.
Yeah, I only got 3 of them, so
3 letters and the last thing.
Don't give it out, because like the more you give it out, the less likely you're gonna win, because people always gotta go find. Oh, I'm still missing something.
Well,
Yeah, it was 5 letters and 2 things. Is what it was.
it's too late now, Albert.
You sure this is Habano? It tastes like a Connecticut.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
maybe it is.
It tastes like a
Maybe
Connecticut. It's not spicy
Maybe
at
it's
all.
a really,
Tony.
really dark Connecticut.
He doesn't want to give everything out, or people might figure it out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So don't say what the letters are, okay?
Yeah, don't say the letters.
I ain't saying the letters. So, Michael, have you decided what you're going to be doing with those, man?
I'm gonna buy more eventually, and I'm gonna sell them.
Do the box press. That's probably the best one. So.
The box press, the Oscuro, the Habano. Those are pretty much like secured in.
When you get more Cameroons?
When I order more Cameroons.
Has anybody noticed that Michael, the past couple weeks, he's been a little bit more of like a smartass?
I thought he was getting a little more normal.
At least a week.
I thought he was getting a little bit more
Monty,
normal.
I'm telling you, those 2 shows that he been to has rubbed off on him a little bit. You know, he's met a lot of assholes, and then he became one.
No, you know why? It's because I get a bunch of messages about when are you getting this and when are you getting that, and like I don't fucking know when it's coming. I can't tell you. I'm sorry. I
But
don't know.
Michael, that's a good thing though. For someone to be excited and asking that question, you will want more. You would rather have more of those than people like nobody cared. No one asked.
Trust me, I answer them very courteously and all that stuff like I'm supposed to.
So,
Except
Michael,
for when Martine asks me shit.
Except for when I what?
Except for when you ask me things.
Like what?
Doesn't matter. Anything.
It doesn't matter whatever you ask. He don't want to answer you at all.
Because Michael, you got to think of it this way: you are not a manufacturer, so when people ask you, "Hey, what's new? What's coming?" You're on the opposite side of like, "Hey, what's new? What's coming in?"
Yeah, you're on the side where you can tell us.
No, or some things I can't tell you.
Oh my God.
I'm serious.
His hands are tied sometimes.
The answer is yes.
Is there new things coming out? Sure. When are they going to be here? Yes. What? Yeah.
And what have I asked you?
Oh, check this out.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Because he doesn't listen.
This is already yellow.
Is it really?
Yeah. It was white. You see the line? It was the same color before. Now these are all yellow now. Uneven yellow, but it's yellow.
So did it work? I missed that part.
Huh?
About kind of like
It's working. So did it work? Like how well did it work?
Just what, 2 hours, and then it kind of does absorb some air in through it. So it's gonna take
$60
some.
worth.
Huh?
$60 worth, maybe.
Well, you can tell like the back side and the front side are two different colors now.
Oh yeah, you can tell. Is it worth it?
I don't know. I mean, I would say as a supplement it works well, but as a primary it would be a really bad idea. Supplement you will work well. So
Save up to 300 and get a rabbit air.
No, because even rabbit air doesn't filter that fast, right?
Right.
So let's say you found a rabbit air in one corner and decide to get one of these and then put it like near the door, it might be very good setup because it catches whatever that's leaking out that room.
I'm gone too. I'm tired.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, rabbit air, you put one corner, it's gotta take all the air in that proximity, right? So if you put another one near the door or something that's prevent it from leaking out of the room, it might help.
How was the video game things, Albert? The arcade.
That was a lot of fun. Yeah, I played track and field. Remember track and field where you had to sit there and that was fun. That's pretty cool.
Video
They have a
game?
lot of games. Yeah, it's an arcade where they have like they just open up the games for unlimited play. And
Oh, where is that? My wife went.
yeah, it's like across from Parkland Hospital.
Okay.
like over the highway and then back off of Irving Boulevard.
How
I
was
miss the
Dreamscape?
arcades. I
How
think
was
I'm gonna go buy an
Dreamscape?
arcade machine and put it in the basement. I miss the
So
arcade.
we have an arcade bar in our downtown area.
That's it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What kind of
How
game do
was-
they have there though? Like, is it, hopefully not those Krang and then the ball games yet.
No, dude, our arcade bar has like literally every 80s and 90s freaking arcade game that there is.
Yeah. Look up
Does it have a Street Fighter?
Cider
Yes.
Arcade. Cider Arcade.
We
Dallas.
should drop by the place.
And they'll tell you all the different games that they have there. So
Oh, sweet.
Kat is
How was
asking about the
Dreamscape?
short filler cigar. Kat,
Okay.
Michael has those short filler cigars.
yeah, hold on, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I do. I have them.
So Dreamscape was like awesome. I think we're going again tomorrow. Yes, it was amazing. I mean, you really got a sense. I mean, there's like a cliff, and you walk right up to it, and you know, in my mind, I realized I could just keep walking, and like it would just probably tell me out of bounds, or whatever. But you really start to feel like you're looking over wherever
Wait.
you're seeing it. It's pretty cool.
Why do I type Dreamscape and come up with like some other stuff?
Dreamscape's a VR thing, right, Albert?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So you have like a sensor on your hand and on your foot, and then obviously, on your helmet. If you want to call it that, or
Oh,
you know,
virtual reality, VR stuff.
yeah, it's awesome. They did a great job at it. Really good job. We did the one where we actually, there's 6 of us, and they split us up into groups, and then we have to kind of work around the room. But it was, and then at the very end, there's like a roller coaster ride, and you really get a feeling like you're on it. It's pretty cool.
Okay, here it goes. Talking
Everything
about
moves.
VR. Talking about VR. Me and my wife went to Japan, and obviously they have one of those things in the mall that allow you to experience VR at the time. You know, like we're talking
Yeah.
about like 3, 4, 5 years ago. Okay, and so they have this machine where you put it on there. You know, like you know what I'm talking about, right? Those things you put on, and then you go play VR game. So my wife and I went to play. My wife put it on. She's like, you know, testing out. It's a so online. It's like a slash and kill monster kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So we did. We go on there, put it on there. She starts swinging it, and I start swinging the controller to see how it looks like. She turn over to my side, not knowing it's me, right? Because she says another character just randomly going through doing things, right? She goes, "Who's this idiot in front of me? Like this doing the dumbest thing ever, and it's so ugly." I was like, "That's me, honey."
That's me.
But she go, "Oh, that's you." I always remember that. Who's this idiot in front of me?
So apparently you can go online ahead of time and create an account and make your avatar look like yourself.
Oh, cool.
So you can.
It sounds to me like a really kind of cool thing to film is people doing VR stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Dude, you should see me playing Beat Saber, man. Like, I look ridiculous because I'm just
Oh
like
my
waving
God,
my
the
arms
Beat
around
Saber.
at nothing.
You know,
Dude, I
some
love
people are
that game.
so good at it, they can dance with it.
Dude, I love that game.
You were never a raver, Michael.
Like,
Yes, I was.
people will literally dance into the game. Like, they would record themselves in a digital character, and they would dance and not miss a beat.
Dude, it's so much fun.
Beat Saber's
Michael knows the difference between the pink pills and the white pills. Okay.
That's right, baby. They're all bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
those-
can't play the VR stuff. It's just, I don't know.
The single orange ones are really the worst. you know.
Why not, Tony? What?
It's just, it's not satisfying to me.
I thought maybe you were gonna say you get motion sickness. Some people get
No,
motion
I
sickness.
get motion
really bad.
sickness for playing first-person shooter game.
Okay.
I get super sick for playing, what's the thing called? Shoot. The thing with the pep boy character.
Fallout.
Fallout. I'll play that game for 5 minutes. You'll see me in the bathroom puking for 30 minutes.
Oh wow.
One game
That
I can't
freaking-
play.
That
Don't ever
freaking
play those games in
Oculus
VR.
made me
That's
almost want to throw up too.
I can't. I play Fallout 3 for literally 13 minutes, and I was puking for the rest of the day.
There was a motorcycle game that they came out. I think EA Sports came out with years ago that was really totally cool. You could actually get motion sickness jumping those motorcycles.
Oh wow.
You in the air, you would actually get queasy in your stomach because
It has to do with
jumping.
it has to do with how confident your brain is, right?
Yeah, and that's
when
not
you're
even
moving, when you're
virtual
moving, your
reality,
brain is
yeah.
telling you you're moving, but your body's telling that your body's not moving.
Yeah,
So if
well,
your
those
brain
were
is
not
very
even
confident,
virtual
it will tell you that
reality.
you're sick.
That was just looking at the screen, you know. It's like, yeah, you start
So whenever
feeling.
I play a game that has fast moving, my body's saying you're sitting your ass on this freaking chair, and I'm gonna feel sick right away. Yeah, but I could go through playing like Call of Duty or something like that for a couple hours. But after that couple hour, when I turn the computer with the TV off, I will have the same symptom as if you have too much nicotine. Start sweating, the most start moving.
That was what I was wondering. If you do a VR thing and you're actually smoking a Ligero cigar in the VR, do you feel nicotine sick and start throw up?
Yeah, you will. Yeah, so I don't really play VR games. I don't think it's satisfying. In comparison, I'd rather play like one of Destiny Warrior hacking 2,000 people on the screen rather than putting the thing. I don't know. Just me. So
we did in Hot Springs. They had the thing where you go sit down on the little chairs or whatnot, and then you watch the screen ahead of you. I think we had VR. We had VR glasses there, but I don't know. No, we had the glasses, not the goggles, right? Just the 3D glasses.
3D glasses.
Yeah, and I really didn't enjoy that because that was, I could tell we weren't really doing what we were doing. What's on the screen. But this VR thing really was a different experience. So.
I also did the one when Microsoft stores are all over the place. They were just demoing their 3D thingy, the VR thing. Yeah. I did one of those, and then I felt super uncomfortable when they did a demo with the whale, like just swimming by. That ice got me so uncomfortable. I never do it again.
Was it the sperm whale? Was that one?
I don't know. It's just a big, gigantic whale, and they always see the big eyes right in front of you. Like, really disgusting. Now, see, Cat says I play like 9 hours of video game. Cat, I can play 9 hours of video game, but I can play RPG, I can play MMO, I can play, I just cannot play 9 hours of like Call of Duty.
Oh, I should.
You play 9 hours of Call of Duty?
Yeah, I've played more than 9 hours of Call of Duty.
I'll play Call of Duty a few hours a day until I reach Prestige and then cap it, and then I leave it.
I've played 24 hours of Call of Duty.
I've played 24 hours when I used to play Gran Turismo.
I'll play Gran Turismo for a long time.
Yeah.
Right? Gran Turismo I can play for a long time. But then you don't even know how long, because every time you go to few lab, you're almost an hour in. Right? So you can do that. Grand Theft Auto, you can play hours at a time. When you play like MMORPG, like World of Warcraft, you're in there at least 9 hours. So
Motocross Madness was the motorcycle game.
But I can tell you that ever since I started doing Shadow Smoke Legion, I have not been playing game. I don't have the time.
This is your game.
This is my game. This is my game.
This is your virtual reality game now.
I must have been playing this game really badly.
This is our virtual. Yeah, you've been spending a lot of quarters on this game.
Yeah, right. Keep tossing quarters in.
We've all been spending a lot of quarters on this game. I'm telling you. It's like
I can't. I haven't played. I see a lot of games I play. Oh, you know what? I did play one game. I played the Bloodlust, which was like homage to the Castlevania game. I played that. I beat it to 100%, and that was good. My wife loved that game because in there is a skill that you can learn called the Wacom Company, and she loved that game. Yeah. So when you use the Wacom Company, you'll summon a lot of art around you, and she thought that was cute.
Oh, cool! A long YouTube today.
Because I was late, so figure a few more minutes doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still almost 6 o'clock.
I was late too.
Yeah, everybody was late today except Michael.
Everybody's getting the after show today.
Yeah, well, unless we have like some spatial stuff to talk about, which we don't. It's just a chat. I mean, I think I'm gonna testing stuff. I will be doing on Wednesdays. Saturdays is more of a chat section, which I think is great because I love to chat with it. So it's our time to kind of talk to each other.
Yeah,
Aside from going to a meet, but I can tell you this, okay?
Virtual herf, yeah.
I'm after this 2021 meet, we're probably not gonna do another one anytime soon. I feel it's very stressful. Very stressful. Very stressful.
You're not coming to the 2021 meet. You're missing out.
You're missing out. I mean, I'm not doing another one of these. Oh my god.
Yep.
I feel like I'm chasing everybody every day. It's like, hey, and I try to remind everybody every day. I feel like, oh my god.
So Tony, there's a little like a skit of videos that I want to do when we're at the 2021 meet. I want to have you, of course, and a couple other people, whoever there, Michael, and we'll do like little short videos, tutorial videos on like how to cut your cigar. That'll be its own video. How long you should wait to, like, just asking like normal beginner questions, but getting like a response around the room.
Okay.
And like,
James, he didn't
that'd
say
be pretty
shit about us, James. Just saying.
No, of course he didn't. I know.
Well, you know what the fuck I mean.
He's not interested, in my opinion.
So, I'm gonna make sure that I go last so I can give you guys the shittiest answers. It's like, how long before you light your cigars? 10 hours! I'll be like, if you're my team, you'll take about 5 minutes slow motion to light your cigar.
Well, no, you got to find your cutter and your lighter.
Yep.
Yeah. Which pocket did you put it in?
But yeah,
There was-
it's happening, so make the most out of it, right? We got plenty of time, so make the most out of
Yeah,
it.
of course.
What's going to be funny is when we get to the meet and Martine's got to go out and sit in his car so that he can find his lighter.
Yeah, Martino's smoking in the lounge, man.
There was there's a video I did a little while ago, or 2 days ago, where it was like a cigarillo review, and it doesn't take very long to light a fucking cigarillo, but I stretched it out for like 30 seconds, and I put a little side notation saying this literally took me like 10 seconds to light, but I stretched it out.
The magic of editing.
Magic of editing.
Yeah.
I was asking a simple question to Albert about how to draft on your cigar. That could be another
Draft?
A draw.
a draw. I mean, a draw.
You suck on a cigar like your life depends on it.
Yeah.
Albert, who you got there? You can't see him.
Oh yeah.
That's what she said. Yeah.
This is Charles, man. He's a
What's going on,
friend of mine. Yeah, he's a friend of mine from high school, man.
And I forgot to apologize. I'm sorry that you're his friend in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, his wife and my wife work at the same school, and we kind of figured that out.
That means he couldn't get along into the group with the cool kids, so he got together with Albert.
Right.
But James, do you know about him at all?
No.
Nope.
But then you guys go to high school together?
No, Albert and I did not go to high school because Albert's 5 years behind me.
No, 8 years.
Oh, so that's the entire high school.
Yeah, 8 years behind me. Yeah, it's almost 8 years.
Yeah.
It's a long time. Yeah, Albert was still in middle school, I think, when I graduated high school, or not even in middle school.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
6th grade.
That's a huge gap in terms of like how the world is and how
Fourth
school
grade.
is.
Albert was not expected. Okay. My mom
How
was
to
not
be
planning
expecting
on
when you're
having
not
another
expecting.
kid. My mom was not planning on having another kid. Almost 8 years after the last
Yeah,
one.
they accidentally hit the reset button on that one.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Yeah, and like James is like, it's like hand me downs. James will hand Albert a tracks, and Albert is like, I'm already using cassettes.
Yep. That's about how it worked
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's basically how it fucking worked out. Cause I was definitely listening to 8 tracks back when I was a kid.
But it was cool though, because James actually bought me a Walkman. So
Oh, really?
Yeah.
At the time, a
Oh, yeah.
Walkman is expensive.
yeah, he did. He bought it. He bought me a Walkman.
There we go. A good brother right there.
I
Yeah.
also bought him a really good $700 guitar that he didn't take care of.
Oh,
Right.
really?
Yeah.
700 guitar. That's a lot of money back then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which one was
yeah.
it? A Les Paul?
It was a Les Paul throw off. It was a copy of a Les Paul.
It is an Ibanez,
was-
wasn't it?
But it was
Epiphone?
a really good knockoff of a Les Paul back then.
Epiphone actually plays better than Les Paul in many situations, in my opinion.
The guitars play just as well, and I found that when you upgrade the pickups to aftermarket pickups, and you upgrade the electronics and the wiring, you get at least as good a sound as you get out of any Gibson.
Let me fix that again. Okay, Epiphone is a lot better than Gibson in a lot of situations. Not Les Paul, because Les Paul is the model. So
Yeah.
So you can buy Epiphone Les Paul or you can buy Gibson Les Paul. But in my opinion, Epiphone Les Paul plays better than Gibson Les Paul. There you go.
Why
It
do I keep
depends.
hearing Apple phone?
Say what?
So why do I keep hearing Apple phone?
Epiphone.
Apple phone.
That's because you're millennial, Martin.
Yeah, you're
Millennial.
Yeah, it's
Um,
Epiphone. Yeah.
Yeah, both of my Epiphone guitars I would put up against any Gibson in playability and sound.
And to be honest, they were gonna put the Les Paul on Epiphone, not Gibson. And when they were demoing it, it's actually played on an Epiphone, not a Gibson. So.
And even adding aftermarket pickups and changing the wiring out, to actual Gibson specs, or Gibson hardware.
Parts are almost interchangeable. So
it's still about a third of what the Gibson would have cost.
The money you're paying for was a paint job. I mean, Gibson has better paint jobs. Back in the day. Today the paint job's shit. Back in the day, Gibson had a better paint job. That was only different. Yeah. I actually tend to, like, every time I was to buy a Gibson, I'll return like 5 of them before I find one that has a good paint job. No.
If you go to a concert and watch a lot of really well-known rock bands playing in a concert, you'll see a lot of them playing Epiphone guitars.
Yeah.
And actually, what's really cool, I watched Uriah Heep play over here in Germany, and they actually didn't bring any instruments with them over to Europe. They just got brand new Epiphones for the concert, and they still play just as freaking awesome on those stock Epiphone guitar, on stage as if they were using their $3,000.
Epiphone is a lot easier to
$5,000
break in than Gibson too. Epiphone is a lot easier to break in than Gibson.
You can really play those. They're really great guitars.
I'll agree with that. And you'll never see me play guitar, but I do, and I own a lot of them. And then majority, my favorite one is still my Epiphone.
And the Fender Squire series cigar
Guitar.
guitar. I'm still want to say because I'm thinking about this. Are also really nice to play guitars.
I don't know. Fenders just doesn't play right with me. I when I play Fenders, just doesn't feel right. It feels very rough.
It depends on what neck you get.
It doesn't matter which one I play. Yeah. All the Fenders I've played, that's why I actually don't own any more Fenders. All the Fender I bought didn't play right.
I really actually I have a vintage modified uh, Squire, and that thing plays great. I mean, it's just comfortable to play.
Because the Fender Squire is the first guitar I bought, and I practiced on it. And I realized how hard it is to practice on it.
But
And when
I
bought the Epiphone, it was
replaced
easy.
yeah I replaced the tuners with a nice locking tuner, um, and I replaced practically all the hardware on the thing, the pickups and everything completely. It made a world of difference in the sound of the guitar, but playability, that Squire neck is just nice.
Let me just
But
okay.
it's
Here's the thing.
but it's
For
one of
those
the more
people,
expensive necks. It's one of the more expensive Squires. So
for those people who's hearing Fender Squire and don't know what that is, and eventually wanted to pick up a guitar, do not ever go buy the Fender Squire Junior. That thing is trash.
don't buy don't buy the Affinity. If you're gonna buy a Squire, start with a standard Squire. You get a decent guitar.
They play a
And
lot.
anything
If you
above
want to learn guitar, buy a good guitar to practice. Don't buy a trash like entry level guitar. You'll never learn anything out of it.
anything like the vintage mod or that's when they start to be a decent a decent guitar.
Don't don't buy a cheap guitar and expect to sound like something. Go buy a regular guitar and go get a standard pedal before you start playing, because you'll be so disappointed.
What you need is a decent amp. The amp makes all the difference in the world with an electric guitar.
But then that's the thing. A lot of people buy guitar for the very first time and go buy a combo amp. It sucked. It didn't sound like the way they wanted, and they just thought that because they suck at playing, it's because they don't have the right equipment.
I've got a Line 6 amp that I bought, and I didn't care how, and it's actually have real tubes in it as well, but it's not a dedicated tube amp.
Line 6 are pretty good. Line 6 is not considered bad. Line 6
And
is
it's
pretty
not
good.
it's got a lot of good sounds, but it just don't sound the same as I bought a Fender tube amp, and it's the sound you get is just totally different.
It's hard to explain. Don't buy one where the guitar comes with the amp. There you go.
No, don't do that. Don't do that
disappointed.
because you're not gonna sound like anything that you've ever heard before. You're gonna be like, why does my guitar sound like shit?
Yeah, people don't realize that. It's kind of weird. I don't know. How do we jump the guitar again? But yeah, either way. So, are we good enough today? 12 o'clock?
Sure.
I'm pretty much done with the cigar. This one, even though it's Connecticut, is still not as good as the original show stack.
These Connecticut's that I was smoking right now, I'm going to send you a few of these and see what you think. These are better.
But this one is very boring. Very boring. It's not harsh or anything. It's a little bit sweet, but it's kind of boring. And the taste goes in and out. There were a few puffs that has no flavor, and a few puffs that has a little bit. Yeah, it didn't taste how I expected, because I got used to that original short stack one.
Yep.
And what are they discontinuing again?
I have no idea.
I have no idea. All right.
They did not say.
All right. Anyways, so next Wednesday. What is next Wednesday? 28. All right, 28. I'll figure out something prior to 28 to test on. I got a few things that I can test on. So we'll do another for science episode on Wednesday, and Saturday we'll figure out another chat. All right, and I'll continue to use this thing to see how good it works. Right?
What are you testing on Wednesday?
Say what?
What are you testing on Wednesday?
I haven't figured out yet. I have a few on the table that I need to do, but I just don't know which one I'm gonna do. Okay. So.
Hey, instead of calling it 4 science, you should call it 2 square science.
Nice. Nice.
Guys.
Anyways, so I'll see everybody on Wednesday. Have a good one. Enjoy tomorrow. We gotta have thunderstorm tomorrow, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. But enjoy the night. Enjoy the rest of tomorrow. Have a good weekend.
Yeah.
Be saucy. Albert, don't kill your friend. Yeah, I will see you guys. We only have 1 month left, right? Oh yeah, by the way, next Saturday we'll celebrate Val becoming an actual member.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We need to get him on the live, Tony.
Yep.
We could bring your best cigars next Saturday, all right? And we'll
Yeah,
celebrate.
I hooked him up so he knows how to get on the meat nowadays. So
Cool. So we'll do that
Put him on
next
the live.
Saturday.
He's bashful, so
Yeah. But yeah, we'll do that for next Saturday. So that we already have Saturday planned out. Good chat. And Wednesday we'll figure something out. And that should be it for the week. And then we have 1 more month before the event. So
yeah.
So you got 30 days to start folding your clothes. Make sure you know what you gotta bring. Get all your camera equipment, fix your damn laptop screens, all that stuff.
Make sure you bring your parkas and all that stuff. It's gonna be nice and cold.
Parka.
It's gonna be hot.
Yeah.
Right? It's gonna be super hot.
It's gonna be warm.
Fucking hot as hell.
Yeah. Bring those little fans, your fan, and
my
stuff
God.
like that. Right? Like I say, if you haven't opened a credit card, now is a good time.
Oh yeah. By the way, I have a new credit card coming in the mail, and yeah, I think it's gonna be nice.
Yeah. All right. So I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Have a good one. Bye, guys.
take care.
Wow.
All right, man. We're gonna jump off.